two. Hello, everyone, and welcome to CMSA's 2026 Season 2. Oops, you might be able to hear me. I had the stream unmuted. So, Season 2, Ruby Invitationals. We're going to have a great set of games tonight. It's going to be a best of 3 fearless draft from the best of the best, as voted by some of the people around me today on the Ruby League. And we're really excited. I am Nick Dotzite. Joining me is your seasoned co-host, Moens. And I'm also joined by some veterans of the Ruby League. Hello, let's start up here. Dr. Fox, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, and this is a great matchup. I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. And Breezy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just excited to be here.
Yeah, Cake Monster. I heard you were talking a little bit about the draft as we're gonna see it tonight. How are you feeling about the games?
Ooh, I really want to see how these jungle plays happen because you know me and the jungle are one.
And Toki.
I'm also excited. I'm ready to see Pop-Tarts in ADC. They were put into support for a while there because their win rate was so high.
Well, I am excited. I want to open it up to everyone because we were already talking about some of the champions that we will and won't see tonight. I know last week when we played Majority Rules, the mid lane tiering game, I thought Firefly was especially partial to Ahri, but I'm hearing from you, Breezy, that it's Akali who's really going to be snatched away every game.
You know, I just spent many nights listening to my teams tell me to ban the Akali, so
Yeah.
I have a hunch that we're just not going to see it on Team 1.
Yeah, I think that's very possible. And so, who else? Any other bans that we think are going to be make or break pick ban during this series?
Oh yeah, we were talking about J4 not getting any action.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see Zac either, which is a little disappointing because honestly, the Kizk and Zangy matchup is like the immovable object meets the unstoppable force, right? You have the engaged jungler versus the tank jungler, at least as far as I've seen it so far. So hopefully some of their regulars go through because I would really like to see how those play styles match up.
Yeah,
there are so many powerful picks on both sides. I don't think there's any way to ban all of them.
It's true.
Like you've got the Gangplank, you've got the Kled, you've got the Caitlyn from Pop-Tarts, you've got Yeti's Ornn, Zengi's Jarvan.
I forgot
Skippy
about
has
the
a champion,
Gangplank.
Ocean, Echo, Akshan, Victor, and then Dripper's Jhin, of course, and then Pinky Soup's Thresh. Incredible.
Oh my gosh, the Thresh top. That's what I really want to see over and over again.
Ban. That should not be allowed.
No.
Thresh was like 100% win rate, right? Like it was
Oh
not.
my god.
Okay, let's get this out of here.
Do we actually think that Pop-Tart remembers how to ADC, you guys? Do we think that that's something that he's still got in his pocket? There goes the J4.
Knew it immediately. They wasted no time.
They're not giving that to Zangy. No way. That was the only way that we could beat him all season, was to get rid of that J4. He's nigh unstoppable on that thing. There goes the Thresh, as we also expected, because, like, you know, the strength of Thresh top, I think, is that top is so context dependent on knowing your matchups. And honestly, who knows how to play against a Thresh top? Does anyone here know how to do that? I don't think so.
Not a clue.
No.
Nope.
None. I don't even know how to play against a Thresh bot, so maybe I shouldn't be talking, but yeah, I think it's a smart ban.
There goes the
To my knowledge, Thresh top is not in either of these top laners' champion pools, but I am prepared to be surprised.
They did get rid of Firefly's Ahri, which was a menace in the earlier parts of the season.
And the Gangplank.
The LeBlanc and
Gangplank, yeah.
Akali get through.
Akali, yeah.
Oh, maybe they're baiting the Akali. Maybe somebody's got something for it.
Well, I've noticed that Firefly doesn't necessarily always pick those when they're up, though. Firefly also plays a very mean Aurora.
I was just gonna say.
Oh my goodness,
Aurora.
yeah.
the.
That one will come out of nowhere and just.
There's the Zach.
Oh, there's the
you.
Zach.
That was coming. Yep. So we do get the immovable object side of this equation. We don't get the unstoppable force quite yet. Interesting.
Zangy
that
still has a lot of his
templates.
familiar weapons up. We still have a Diana
Mhm.
on the table. We still have a Shyvana on the table.
That's true. And they
With
go with
the
the 80s.
Jhin.
Going with Jhin.
Oof. Tough. How I feel
That's
about it,
the-
again, Zach.
That is the first pick dominance.
And there's
That
Zangy's
is-
Diana.
Uh-huh.
Everything looks very familiar, very comfortable so far.
I already am glad I'm not playing.
Anytime you see a Zach. I like playing the assassin junglers. You see a Zach, it forces you to just build differently. You gotta
Yeah,
build that
yeah.
anti-heal.
It's one of
Pop-Tarts is
those.
intending to go blow for blow with this Jhin.
Yeah.
Walking in the Yunara.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little scary seeing Pop-Tart on such an early champion. Those first couple of levels, I think, are pretty heavily in Yunara's favor. So see who they
Mhm.
pair him with, maybe get a little bit of advantage. If they can snowball that, it'll be pretty tough to overcome with the Zac in front of her. And a Nami for the
Nami.
protection. Okay, that's a good pick. I like that.
Protection and aggression. They can
Mhm.
easily run down the lesser mobility of Jhin. And put him in a real tough spot.
Yeah, Jin's runes are going to be very important this time around. Oh, that's a good pick,
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
Keep them away. All right, moving into the secondary ban phase. Who do we have left? Looks like
Top
laners.
lane.
Still need some top
Mid.
laners.
top laners.
Yep. And we need
I assume that an Akali ban is coming.
let's see what they do.
Or the Aurora. That was a very good
Yeah.
point, Dr. Fox. The Aurora
Mhm.
is a champion that will delete you, and in Firefly's hands, it's a surgical tool.
And then leave
Mundo.
lane and delete the rest of your team.
hmm
Mundo is gone. I didn't know that was a particularly strong pick for the other team, but never fun.
I
to see.
mean, if I know anything about Mundo, it's that nobody's trying to play against Mundo.
Yeah,
true.
you get
Nobody
you get
wants
to
that.
you get to 30
wants to
minutes. It
watch
doesn't
it.
matter
Nobody wants
who's
to play
playing
it.
Mundo.
You
he's
hate
a
it
problem.
anyway. He's a problem.
Lots of Mundo hate coming out in Twitch chat.
I see it, Pago. I agree. I agree 100%, Pago.
I'm not quite clear on your thoughts on Mundo. Could you please rephrase, Poggle?
Good to know.
There goes the Akali. They saved it for the last. We
Yeah.
made it almost the whole way through.
They wanted to give that hope, that false sense of security.
I'm very excited to see what Skippy pulls out of his bag of tricks this
Mhm.
time around, because again, he has kind of a champion ocean. He could
They've
go
gotten-
really
they've
aggressive
gotten
on
rid of
Echo
a-
or Akshan, but he's like really good at control mages like Victor and Aurelion Sol at the same time, and his Vex is also a staple.
They've gotten rid of a solid amount of tanks, so that's going to leave either some tricky plays topside or some bruisers.
I could see an Anivia fitting in really well here for the team. I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm serious. I can see
I
it.
know.
Skippy's Vagar, that's not one he pulls out very often.
And the Syndra.
Which
really.
which I guess makes sense with the Alistar pop-up.
Mhm.
He can Vagar cage him, Diana can ult him, and Jin's just shooting in the background, living his best life.
Ooh, and we're actually seeing Blaine take out his pocket pick Shin.
Love that. This is now a protect the Yunara situation.
Mm-hmm.
Zac flying in with Shin ults and a Nami tidal wave to follow. That's going to be a really easy combo to execute during team
Mhm.
fights, and Yeetus Deletus had better be ready for it.
They hovered the Anivia. They got my hopes up.
They did. Oh, they went with Camille. Okay.
I gotta tell you
I
guys,
haven't seen much of
Okay.
King
like Team
Yeti's
1's
Camille.
comp better.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how behind Better From Behind will be playing. They seem to have a very easy to execute comp. Once they press their
Mhm.
R buttons, it gets very, very dangerous very quickly.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it's also easy to play around.
Because
Once the ults are gone, they're gone.
they got to survive the ults though. That's the biggest
That's
piece.
true.
They don't. A Syndra R, if she Rs and then E's and everybody's stunned, that's just a problem. Nami ult.
yeah, they aren't nearly as tanky as they would need to be to survive a lot of that. It's going to come down to win condition early or late, because the tankier they get, the harder it's going to be for that alt combo, Veigar, Diana, to overwhelm the defenses. So I think that we're going to see Zangi prioritizing some early game ganks and likely prioritizing dragons over towers for this game, just to keep the pressure and momentum moving.
Zengi has the innate ability to turn any game into a bloodbath. So
This is true.
if he can manage to do that, if he can unsettle better from behind enough in the early game, then they're going to have some wiggle room to play around.
Okay,
Here we go.
and we are
All
ready.
right.
So I'm gonna hand it off to you, Dr. Fox and Breezy. Thank you so much for hosting Game 1, and we'll get right into it. And
Probably
Toki,
because
we'll
I've got a
see you in
big
little bit.
lesbian crush on you. Settle all that!
Heck yeah! Here we are, Dr. Fox. How are you feeling about that draft?
As I mentioned, I favor better from behind, just with the ease of execution, but I know how skilled some of the players on Yeetus Deletus are with their champions.
So for
And-
those of us that are just tuning in, can you fill us in on which team is which?
Yes, we have Better From Behind featuring the Star, Kazikzik, Firefly, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, and Zoe Rella Bear versus Yeetus Deletus featuring the King Yeti, Zangi, Skippy, Dripper, and Pinky Soup.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fox. We see some really early game positioning here down in the bot lane. The Alistair says, get out of here. We don't want any of that. They're not trying to play around with a level 1 Yunara.
Better From Behind has won the fight for Bush dominance, but that Alistar can hunt and find a pick very easily, so they need to be careful.
Mid lane matchup should go Syndra's way, I think, for the most of the early game. In the top lane, a bit of a nothing burger for the moment.
Yeah, Skippy's just going to have to deal with the Syndra chunks and stack as best as he can. It's going to get really scary if he wastes a cage. And then top lane, you've just got the pool noodle fight to start with. Shin can be very dangerous, as we know, at early levels. But Camille has the tools that she needs to match that.
If we look here into the jungle, which I know we... Oh, we got some action bot. We got a flash E. Nami is under tower. Ignite is blown,
Summoner's
so it's barrier
always
on the
burn.
gen. Wow. Zoe Rella gets out of there.
Yeah, a flashless Nami is a very scary thing to have when there's an Alistar staring at you from the other side of the map.
And we look at the junglers, not a whole lot going on there. You'll notice that Zangi started top to bottom. Zach went the opposite direction, so should see some fairly easy scuttle crabs for each of the junglers.
Maybe an early gank.
Maybe an early gank. I think the time for a cheese gank is right about now. Diana finishing up the Gromp. I do see that the blue team is pushed pretty far forward. If I were Diana, I'd be considering.
And
My
with
team
no
pulled this
sums
up.
on that Nami.
No sums on the Nami. This might be the opportunity to gank. A little bit of action here. Actually, the Shen gets pushed out by the Camille. Not what I expected. Not what I expected, but any given Sunday. Looks like Diana's going for the full clear. Zach doing the same. Finishing
Might
his
as well.
blue
As soon
before
as they get
his Gromp.
6, they can start to look for stuff very aggressively.
As you're well aware, I'm a jungle focus, so I just like to point out that the first scuttle is already down at 314, and here comes the gank. Diana first blood goes to
Level
Edith
6 be damned.
and double kill over.
The lack of summoner spells was really felt there.
It is dead even here in the mid with the
Yeah, not much
Syndra
can
and
really happen
Veigar.
with this lane state. Both champions being out of mana. Both trying to find a good spot to recall.
Still pretty early though, only down about 1k gold. Kills don't mean nearly as much early as they used to.
No, they do not.
Still feels good, you know? Like, get that momentum rolling, even if it's only a couple hundred gold.
Absolutely, and it's a mental thing too.
I tell you what though, I do not miss those feats.
No, those were not very fun to play around, I don't think.
They were not great for pacing, and let me tell you, as a jungler, they were quite stressful. Although, I will say, I don't ever play mid lane, I miss those boots. A little bit of poking action going on in the bot lane. Diana pushes Shen out. Shen takes no damage. Sorry, Diana. He
Now
says, come
Zengi
back
has
later.
shown top. Kha'Zix could look mid here. Well,
like-
probably not with the wave in such a state. There's
Looks
really
like
not
he's
much he
gonna
can do to
finish.
capitalize on that.
Pretty even in the farm department for the junglers as well, although Kha'Zix will finish his jungle clear first. Zangi will still be finishing up in the bot lane, so depending on where the wave is, top or mid, might be a good gank opportunity. Not looking like it's going to be top, unfortunately. Oh, taunt.
Yes.
The Camille, ease in, stuns. Pretty low. There's that early game Shen damage you were talking about.
Yeah, finally starting to edge Yeti out a little bit.
Bot lane, pushing forward.
And if Zengi shows on the map somewhere that is not top lane, that will be Blaine's cue to go in. Blaine being the star.
He is indeed that. Got some
Very good
missing
friends.
things. We don't know where Veigar is. Looks like he was just going to ward.
Ooh, an
Yeetus
early
lead is starting the
attempt
dragon.
here.
His kick is on it and aware. Doesn't look like they have the position to fight this.
They don't
They're gonna
quite
angle
have the
around
pressure they need.
Be losing a
Oh,
lot
but they're going to
top
go
lane.
anyway.
They are going in.
Flying
Red team
in with
clears the
Shinnel.
dragon,
And here come the combos.
and there goes the Syndra ult. Just in time. Oh, Alistair says, "Get out of here, Yunara."
Beautiful headbutt.
Through the wall. Looks like he's gonna walk away, and they're gonna take the win on the kill and reset. Zangi's
Yes, the lead
securing
is
the
finding
dragon.
the dragon, but losing their lives in the process.
Firefly using that ult to great effect, securing himself a kill mid lane. So dead even on CS, but up a kill. Ultimately, this will turn into Veigar's favor late game, but for right now, looking good.
Those big arcations are going to be absolutely crucial with Zax, with Shins flying everywhere.
They do be flying. The Shen ult onto the Zac E. You love to see it.
You want to replay that?
Looks like might get a replay.
We do have a replay.
Excellent.
Slow motion. Zac flying in with the Shin.
I gotta tell you, that was a really
Stun,
great
the
fight.
taunt, the ultimate, all comes out, cleanly executes Zangi. Very good play out of better from behind.
Thank you again for the
1v1
reminder
here
on their
top.
name.
I don't know that it's going to have much effect, but here comes Zengi, who's intends to be the deciding factor. Eing in onto Shin.
Punishing Blaine with the flash. It will not
Flash
be
is committed. And that's the end of Shin.
He's still the star, though.
He's still the star.
As we look bot lane, every jungler knows the scuttle is the highest priority. Kha'Zix, you might want to get out of there, my friend. That is no longer your scuttle. To the victor go the spoils of war. No top laner to fight.
Yeah, Zengi, despite having ganked as much as he has, is outpacing Kha'Zix a little bit in farm.
Diana is a clearing monster, and is why she was my permaban for almost 3 months earlier this season.
Understandable. That is a very formidable clear speed.
She's very fast.
Looks like the grubs are going to go over as well without much of a fight.
Clearing some vision. So grubs, you don't really feel so bad about losing them these days. They're really not that huge, especially for a team like the one they're from behind is put together. You don't really have someone dedicated to being that lane split pushing.
Right. And even though Camille is a little bit ahead, Camille is in no position to be bullying a Shin right now.
Nor will she later, should it continue to be this even. There's a little stun trade. Syndra going in, laying some damage down. Skippy McSkipper down to half health. Down 5 CS, which at this point seems like a mountain.
It does. Especially when you're up against a laner that can punish the slightest mistake with a really big damage ultimate. Oh, another gank coming onto the star. Ultimate's committed. And there is no escape.
And we'll just pretend we didn't see that miscue, Zangy.
Yep, I certainly didn't see a mixed Q, as it was a beautiful execution from Metis Deletus.
And speaking of beautiful executions, Kazik jumps in with the ult to secure what looked to be a 1 for nothing.
Flash, double Q, ult.
Zoe Rella,
And here comes Shin!
Oh my goodness, they
For
committed
moral
a lot
support,
of
it seems.
That could have gone far worse. The Alistair using his ult to survive the Shen ult. They weren't able to pull him back in. Just survive the Shen damage. Sorry.
Yeah, then that gives Metis Deletus another window of time where they can try and catch their breaths before the next Shin ultimate comes in.
Now, we still do have Flash on the Alistair, so we're going to be looking for a Flash E combo. Trying
Shin and the river looking to cause trouble.
Shen slowly working his way back top, bereft of his teleport and ult, taking the long way.
Camille should be able to get a plate off of this. That's not going to feel very good for Shin, of course.
Whoop, and out goes Camille, and in goes Shen. Oh, he gets some tower dive potential here from Firefly. Chooses
The ult
not
was
to follow
not
up.
ready.
Ult was not ready. Feels Zangy coming. Zangy blows the ult and is going to be
Very
rewarded.
vulnerable. Oh!
Oh my goodness! With
Could
the
not
stun!
quite land the kill.
The unstoppable force.
Zangy's
beats
stuck in the
immovable
ring with
object.
an angry goo man. But no lives will be lost on this day.
It's really nice play by Syndra and great timing by the Zac. I really didn't think that Firefly was going to walk away from that one.
Skippy does have a tendency to explore limits with how long he can stay.
That was a beautiful cue. Zoe Relibear.
Yes. Oh!
The Jin. Oh, and but the 4 and the 3 and 1 Jin just does too much damage in that single
So
shot.
much committed to an ulted Alistar. Oh no. Leaving Nami for an easy cleanup.
Well, they're doing exactly what they needed to do. The biggest fear in this draft was the Yunara, and that this whole team comp really is built around the Yunara and the Syndra scaling, and the Yunara is not in a position to affect this game very much right now, so they've effectively pushed off their win condition for better from behind until late game, which is apt, given their name.
Very apt, indeed.
Red team picking up a second dragon. Most junglers would tell you the first dragon is kind of, a signal of how your team is moving together, responding together, at the very least in solo queue. The second dragon, still not something that you're going to be super worried about. The next dragon, you want to stop that stacking. So we're going to look for a fight here in the next 5-ish minutes as that dragon respawns. You'd expect that both teams would try to form up around it.
Yes, indeed. And I'd like to point out that both mid laners have their outplay buttons up and available, and I bet their trigger fingers are getting itchy at this point.
A nice Yunara slow, and a Q landed on the
bot
Jin.
lane where the action is going to happen.
And the Jin is down. The Shen ult secures the kill. Teleport coming in from Camille, trying to turn this around. Alistar's blown his ult, not taking any damage right now. Camille is pushing
Pop-Tarts
hard,
is not
driving
going to
pretty.
survive.
Nami ult goes down, keeps the Alistar away. The Camille is pushing, Q is missed, and the heal goes off.
Oh!
The Shen gets the Alistar. Camille is
Shin's
gonna hop
base
away.
damages are not to be disrespected.
They are not. Oh, and King Yeti walks away. They correctly do not tower dive, sensing that Zhangyi is coming in the river. Kazik likely telling them to back off. They took that win. That was a big gold swing back in the favor of Better from Behind.
Yes, very well played by the Star. Beautiful positioning with the sword.
Well, it might seem that Better from Behind
If
wasn't that
he is
early.
committed, he doesn't have any tools to defend himself about what's about to happen to him. But he still manages to get away with his life. Very impressive.
Jin
Oh,
is caught a
the
little
lone
far
thing
out
is
without his
sort of
Alistar. What
run
was he
over.
thinking? Oh my goodness.
Poor guy.
Quick replay on this.
Eh. Looks like we got a replay.
Seems like we're
going
going to get a replay. The outplay buttons come out. The solo kill is landed.
I think you're going to have to take over those ones. I unfortunately don't have access to see those replays.
Oh no!
Let me find that.
Well, we'll get you that action.
Start watching multiple streams. You learn a new Discord feature every day.
We've got a 2v2 breaking out in the top lane here. Ultimate's
You can already
committed out of Camille and Zac. The tide's quickly turning as Firefly arrives down from mid. Absolutely walloping with his AoE.
You can already see the tankiness from Better from Behind come into play. It's only 15 minutes in the game, but they stood in there forever and basically took no damage.
And I'd like to point out that the gold is, well, at the time I started talking, it was dead even. We are at a less than 200 gold difference.
And that is surprising given the pacing of this game, but if you look across the board, the CS lead is in favor of Better from Behind, who is now engaging once again on the Jhin. Alistar blows his ult. Shen ult once again, stun!
Huge value out of the Shin ult.
Wow, the Shen
Consistent, it's almost off cooldown. The Shin is going to be in your lane beating you with a stick.
Which is exactly why you want that Shen. And they were willing to give up a little bit of early game pressure for it, but honestly, looks like it's paying off. Firefly taking a little roam down bot, doesn't realize that Zhangyi is in his jungle. Firefly's not going to get out of this one. The Veigar ult and
No.
the Diana ult secure him. Just to note, it looks
Despite
like
Skippy's farm deficit, he's accumulated a bit of a bounty too.
yes, he has.
Oh, Zhangyi, what are you doing?
Zhangyi got a little overconfident, caught out in the river. The Shen ult is nigh unstoppable at the moment.
Slows,
Jhin
the
ult
crowd
opening
control
comes
is
up.
just so oppressive.
The ult looks like didn't quite connect. That was an interesting one. Zoe Rella gets out of there safe. Looked like she was gonna go down there for a second.
Blue team wanting very badly to fight, but they, I think, make the correct decision in deciding to do a reset here.
Now got a gold lead in favor of Better from Behind for the first time this game. Dragon is up as we suspected. Both teams are going to want to fight for this. We look at Better from Behind just got a reset and a buy, so they're going to be better positioned for this team fight. Given the gold difference, it's still pretty even. Could go either way, especially if Firefly gets caught out under the...
Oh, but lives with a sliver of health!
As the newly reset team, and this you guys, this is why you don't start the Dragon without resetting first.
Ooh, and Better from Behind functionally denies Edis Deletus of their soul point.
Unless something miraculous happens, I do see this tilting from here on out in favor of Better from Behind, given their general tankiness and overall team comp. Anything can happen at 6 items.
Agreed, Gunny Hartman in Twitch chat. Blaine's R button is just stuck in the down position. It's going to be used off cooldown. Oh, Zoe Rella going to get vision, but encounters an angry Zangy.
Is the Shen gonna need the ult? It doesn't look like it. Coming in, shading the Zoe Rella.
No,
They're
Zoe
on
Rella
vision.
lands a very timely bubble and is able to escape with her life.
Dr. Fox, are you aware of the Imperial mandate changes and how they affect Nami? I seem to hear something having just gone through.
I am not. What is that all about?
There is something related to Imperial mandate that is being nerfed that is going to affect Nami. I was hoping that you would know what it was, but I'm just throwing it out there to the chat.
All I'm going to say is that Imperial Mandate is an item that's been very broken for a very long time.
It has
It's
indeed.
a very oppressive item.
The Nami mains on Reddit were not pleased, I will tell you that.
Oh dear.
Get a little bit of reset going on for both teams. The bot lane has switched mid. Mid lane is therefore going bot. Syndra is catching the wave as it comes in. A little bit of action in the top river as Yeetus Deletus might be looking to collapse on the Shen. So you got to ask yourself, maybe
Zach
Shen's not
is
the target
looking,
you want to
not
collapse
seeing
on.
much.
Not much there. Baron now spawning at 20 minutes. You're not a jungler, Dr. Fox. Do you know there are 3 different types of Baron?
3 different types of Baron. Well, I am a jungler, as it so happens.
Really?
Yes.
I've never... okay. I stand or sit corrected.
Well, I'm a Phil player mainly, so during the regular season, you may or may not have seen me
never
play
seen you
a variety of different roles. But because of how jungle is, I usually end up in jungle more often than not.
So for those of you at home who do not know, there are 3 different Barons, and they actually change the shape of the Baron pit. They also do different things to your team, and it can prioritize how your team decides to fight around them. Some do more damage, some knock up, some shred your armor. So if you're not sure which one it is, you might want to take a double check before starting that Baron fight.
The one with the horn that zaps you really, really hurts. I don't like that one.
We all learned that the hard way early season, that is for sure.
Yes, indeed.
We also learned it again that it wasn't just this season that it changed. It has been this way for over a year. Both teams just farming up, clearing up, trying to gain a little advantage. We have a 3k gold lead in the favor of Better from Behind, who, true to their name, has been that so far this game.
Yes, and Yeetus Deletus just doesn't... It's so scary to engage on Better from Behind. They have so many tools to come and deal with you, from the Shin ultimate to the Nami ultimate. If you don't know where Zac is, you're essentially paralyzed. You can't do anything.
At this stage, I almost think that you do want to prioritize, especially because you have the Void Grubs. You want to sit Camille in a side lane and try not to get engaged on, which is a tough ask, again, given the Zac and the Shen. But I think you want to try to get some pressure in a side lane for Camille, trying to take objectives elsewhere.
Yeah, if you can be in a position to interrupt that Shin when Shin ultimates.
We have interrupts on that team, and Diana, Camille, Vhagar, Jhin, Alistair all have
lots of
potential
interrupts, actually.
So the win condition is potentially there. Jhin thinks he can take a shot here on Pop-Tarts. Nami all coming in with the Kazik E. Everything misses. Jhin walks away. Does not emote because he's a classy fellow.
Those are some pretty big tools down for Better from Behind there.
Jhin ult and Nami ult. Nami ult's pretty quick though. Already back, a quarter of the way back.
You just Deletus have a window to start something if they wanted to. Oh.
It's kind of reminiscent of an LEC game, circa 2019, to be honest. Syndra ult, or Syndra stun onto Zangy. Zangy flashes out of the Zac E. Zac slows and stuns.
They all limp
behind,
away.
just trying to get anywhere. Vhagar E comes in.
Vhagar cage committed. That's not something you want to throw around just willy-nilly. That is a crucial tool if they're going to win these fights.
Red Vision still in the Fey Lights as the dragon spawns. This will be second Infernal. The Infernal, of course, being exactly the dragon you want on both Yunara and Syndra. As the top laners go 1v1, the Shen preventing exactly what I was talking about. That Camille is trying to sneak through to apply some pressure into the top lane. The Shen says, nope, we're not having it, as the Alistar gets caught out.
Ooh.
Tip Zangy
But
goes in
can
with an
Alistar get caught out?
Diana, oh, Vhagar E down. Tip Zangy is down. Nami picking up the ult as the Alistar tries to push the team away. Jhin opening up, but I don't think he's going to have time. Firefly stunning him from afar.
Angry
with
Syndra is just slamming him.
Syndra still has R, I should say. Looks
The
like
outplay button is still available.
should be a free dragon for better from behind. If I'm Yeetus Deletus, I'm getting a little bit worried right now.
Yeah, if better from behind gets many more of these infernal dragons, it's going to solve a lot of problems for them. And cause a lot of problems for the other team.
I would expect to see... Now, the problem with this team is it's going to have to be the Camille, but given the Shen shield, you're going to want to see some shield cut, perhaps some heal cut for the Nami and the Zac. But I don't know who builds it on this team. The Camille would be the likely choice for the
Serpent's
anti-shield.
Fang on Jhin I don't think would be bad.
True, true, true. That might be the next better option, but he's got to finish up a little bit more.
Got core items to finish,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looking to finish an Infinity Edge right now, it looks like.
And then you'd hope somebody would pick up some anti-heal, maybe a Vhagar with an Oblivion Orb if they get a chance, just for that Nami. They got to do something to cut through those shields. The Nami using her ult, clear the wave as the Kazik brings out the flash for the Jhin. The Jhin gets away safely. The Alistar puts down the pulverizing ground. They're defending that mid tower using Nami ult.
It's difficult because with the Jhin on Yeetus Deletus, they don't have a whole lot of consistent damage output. They're looking to chunk you. And applying things like shield cut and heal cut is
hard. It would be hard for Jhin.
It's hard for them to do that effectively.
It looks like the Camille is indeed setting up in the side lane. Kazik shading his top laner, making sure that they're not pushing too far. And we've reset to a pretty normal mid-game. Oh! Mid-game, what game state?
Zangy about to come flying in mid here. Ultimates. Shin pops out. Taunts Zangy.
Zangy
Tidal wave
down.
comes in.
And again, you're
The
just...
engage is rebuffed.
They cannot cut through the shield or the healing. Even Nami, Zoe Relibear getting away, great positioning. Good distance, keeps her team alive and manages to stay alive. It's really hard as an enchanter, I should know. So you might remember my 0-15 Lulu. Kazik.
We have a counter engage coming in.
They were not happy with just the jungler. Alistar goes down.
Welcome to the bounce house.
Camille wants nothing to do with this bounce house.
Better from behind is just not taking damage. The health bars are low, but they don't seem to be getting any lower. Firefly is here with the outplay button available. Landing a stun onto Jhin, can't follow up.
Vhagar ult is now down. They can engage freely. There's nothing stopping the E from the Zac going in now. But see Zangy coming back in, back from the grave. New item purchased, ready to fight.
And with the Shin ult not available, they decide that it might be good to seed their mid tower here.
And I think that's a good choice. They just went up another 1,500 gold on that fight. Everything, again, popping up in the direction of better from behind. Firefly looking a little brave here. Solo in the mid with no one to back him up. They do think he's going to be able to defend that tower with the help of Pop-Tart.
Jhin is not going to be baited by that sliver of health. I would be baited by that sliver of health. I would be running up with my 4th shot about to pop that turret, and I would lose the whole game. It would be terrifying.
But you see, Dripper has already been in the bounce house, my friend. Does not want to go back. Unfortunately,
oh, no.
Pop-Tart is taking him 1v1. Does not get it as the Diana...
Commits a little bit too much.
Ooh.
The Shin ult just comes up too. Oh no.
You gotta, you know, it looks like better from behind has everything in control, and then you have one slip up, and Zangy's the kind of jungler who will know an advantage when he has it, and will take it.
Yeah, we're still in kind of a state of odd equilibrium here, so I respect any attempt to break that equilibrium by going in.
You have to try something. Absolutely.
That was maybe a little bit foolhardy there.
Both teams resetting to their normal mid-game game state. Syndra working their way bot. Yunara up in 5 seconds as a fight breaks out in top lane. Shen and Camille are saying hello to each other with their pool
It's a
noodles.
wet pool noodle fight. Ow! Never mind. That is not a pool noodle.
It's
That
not
is
a pool noodle.
that is a baseball bat. Get away from there, Shin.
I don't think Blaine expected that kind of damage coming out of the Camille, given that, you know, they're only 2-2.
Yeah, brutal. Especially with how much. Well, I take that back. Blaine does not have very many resistances right now.
No.
Not against Camille, anyway.
I'm really glad Better From Behind moved out of that position. I didn't like their positioning there. They were pretty much surrounded by the rest of Yeetus Deletus finishing off the mid lane tower. If I were Better From Behind, I'd now start applying pressure in the mid lane. You're going to want to take that tower. Just give this dragon. You don't really want to fight it when they have the better position. They might be feeling pretty confident, though.
They have ultimates all available. Zik may look to fly in with Shin, but Shin is already at the front as
We're going to expect the
Alistar
Diana ult,
decides,
Firefly
no,
and
I'm going in.
Zoe. The Diana ult comes in, pulls them in, goes down with the Zonias. Chart brings Zangy down after the Zonia pops up. The King Yeti runs, has no angle to get to the back line.
Once again, Better From Behind's health bars just aren't going down.
Veigar,
the tankiness
only
is
one
unreal.
left. We have a 5-for-2 Quadra
Beautiful
kill Yunara.
Quadra.
This
Well
is what
done,
we were
Pop
afraid of
Tarts.
the whole game. This is why Pop Tart is on support for most of the season.
Yeah, the Yunara is an early game champion, I suppose, but when you have that much peel, it does not even matter.
Looks like we're getting another replay.
Oh, I'm hearing we're gonna get a replay of that dragon.
So as you can see, Camille gets caught out a little bit early. Diana thinks they have a really good angle on some of the squishies there. I agree that it was
And
a
they
good
do.
art, but there's just too much shielding coming in from the Shen to kill actually kill any of the carries. Camille manages to kite it out while Pop Tart chases them down.
Just
Just-
brutal as Pop Tarts gets to free hit everybody.
Oh, back on live. Looks like Better From Behind just finished the Baron. We were so excited about that dragon play, we didn't even care to see the Baron. Are we
Yeah, we all knew
sponsored,
we were
Dr.
getting
Fox? Is this the Red Bull Baron power play?
Sponsored by FTX, maybe?
Sponsored by FTX. We have a Baron power play.
Anyway, shout out to FTX as Better From Behind is sitting on 3 Infernal Dragons. That makes Yunara especially scary.
Yeah, you'd almost think that at this point the Infernal Soul is going to be pretty tough for them to come from behind. I don't see a win condition at the moment for Yeetus
Just the
Deletus.
raw stats on the side of Better From Behind are very formidable.
Veigar is several levels ahead of Firefly. Skippy McSkipper doing his best there in mid lane. He's
Thanks
a
to
ray
that Rod
of
of
hope.
Ages.
He is, in fact, the win condition for Yeetus Deletus.
Those
They
cages
haven't-
are going to play a crucial role.
They haven't been able to play it so far, just given the pretty extreme engage from the Zac. But their win condition is potentially in a team fight centered around protecting that Veigar. The Jhin and the Alice are peeling for him. I think they've been playing a little bit around the Zangy Diana engage, and that's just not working out for them. They might need to switch up their team fight a little bit and try to get some kind of pick with that Veigar. Alistar
That's
blowing
right.
ult.
And they're going to do it here. They found Pop Tarts.
Found
A clever
Pop-Tart.
headbutt under the turret and a shutdown going over to Zangy. As he eases in looking for more on Zoe Bear, causing the tidal wave to get committed.
There
And
comes the
Tripper
Shen
is the
ult.
victim of the outplay button.
Veigar is back. They got a little greedy trying to
This
chase
is
down Better
looking
from behind.
very, very bad for Yeetus Deletus. They're going to see some base damage here.
This This is Vagar's opportunity for greatness. Vagar and Camille survive. Can they survive? The bounce house. Zach goes in with the Shen taunt. The Vagar is caught inside the stun.
Oh,
Vagar is down. Does get his ult off onto Firefly. It is not enough as the Nami continues to heal her up.
once Vagar commits that E, there just is no counterplay when you get gone in on like that.
Excellent pressure from the Nami everywhere she is. They do not die. 2, 3, and 19 from Zoe Bear. Very impressive showing.
The front door of this base is now wide open.
Yeetus Deletus clearing their base. Camille pushing out bot lane. Spots the Kazik, who is in his jungle. As a wise person once told me, at a certain point in the game, all jungle is your jungle. That is, in
Very
fact,
much so, and
Kazik's clue.
Cake Monster has pointed out, there are no deaths on that Zac, and Zac is sitting there with his revive ready to go.
Haven't needed it. Haven't even needed it. Shen 5-2-15, Syndra 5-3-5. Pop-Tart in the bot lane feeding, still carrying.
Oh, we've got a replay coming in.
And Alistair, look at the flash E under tower to secure Pop-Tart. Now see here, they could have just
Beautiful.
taken that shutdown and ended it, but you gotta try something. You gotta try. Zangy pushes forward.
Desperately trying to get something back, but allows Firefly to walk up and explode his carry.
Vagar wasn't quite there in time. As soon as the Sony's is gone, so is the Diana.
We are back to live, where another fight may be breaking out here.
Better from behind, moving his forward. Blaine on his Shen, moving forward, pushing out the Alistair as the Zangy comes in on his
Oh,
Diana.
they've just
Looking
formed
for
a
any
death
kind.
ball.
And that's gonna be enough. There goes the bounce house. Vagar opportunity with the E does stun them in place.
Oh.
Zangy down.
And Who Ate My Pop-Tarts is completely safe and in a spot where he can free hit as he likes again.
They are all at full health, Bucks. They are all at full health.
Absolutely brutal.
Cool.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. The stats, like the raw stats on these champions on the side of Better From Behind is just, you cannot, like, what do you do? How do you deal with that?
I think you pray for a disconnect. And the bounce house goes in once again
The disconnect
for the
is not going to come in
It's
as
unstoppable.
Yeetus Deletus finds themselves deleted.
Head
The
with
Nexus
the final
goes down.
score, 28-14, 73k gold to 60k gold. Better From Behind was indeed Better From Behind.
All right.
Oh my goodness, that game was so fiery. That was so fun to watch. What did you all think?
Back and forth.
That was a chess match of a League of Legends game, really highlighting the difference between those two drafts.
Yeah, I mean, you both were saying it in draft, and I was feeling it when Jhin was picked. Jhin Alistar, it's a good combo, but it's like, who is Jhin supposed to kill on that team? Just Nami, I guess, if he can get close.
Yeah.
And then Diana.
Ripper's Jhin is extremely formidable. It's just, but
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, and I know that
The-
as I love
What
Jhin,
you-
but I don't love playing Jhin into tanks. So
Yeah, and the Zach Shen engage was just diabolical to start.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to do against it. You have a Zach coming in with a
Mhm.
shield and a Shen that's gonna taunt the first thing it sees, and in doing so, really turning any table or any match they had in their favor. They needed to snowball early and get some early kills in order to be on top of those tanks, and they just couldn't commit to it.
And for quite some time, it did look like they were going to be able to snowball. I mean, for the first 15 minutes of that game, it was entirely Yeetus Deletus. They did have an opportunity to keep that rolling. I didn't quite pinpoint where it turned around, but they just didn't quite get enough towers before they got a little tanky and unkillable, unfortunately.
yeah, I saw it. That play bot that where we had the Zac coming in almost like a lane gank, and then the Shen ult on the Zac E going in,
Yes.
where it's
Yeah.
suddenly
Yes.
4-on-2
Done.
bot. It's like, all right, if they just repeat this over and over, which I believe they did 2 more times.
3 times.
like-
They did it 3.
Yeah. It's really wild. And it's a great draft by Better From Behind.
You hate to say that some games are lost in draft, but it almost feels like this one was kind of inevitable.
Yeah, but you know, it's Fearless, so we don't get to see any of those champions that were played again,
Yeah,
and
they're all
it's
gone.
brand new. Everything's on the table except for those 10.
Man, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do next.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have any predictions? Do we have any predictions for what we think we're gonna what they're gonna do next?
Well, there's
Are
going to be a
the
shop.
do they have a repeat? I can't remember. Do they have a repeat on bans? Can they ban the same things again?
Yeah, they
They
can
can
ban
ban
the
the same
same.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I feel like they might, since Shin can't be played and Zac can't be played anymore, it might cause them some ease into what they play next.
Yeah, I liked the Camille into 2 tanks, and maybe they were baiting out the type of tank killer, the true damage dealer in the top lane. But I have a feeling we're gonna see some mages. I know Anivia was hovered, and Breezy, I think you might be an oracle for seeing that in the future. Where I was like, how does Anivia get onto this team? But I think they were considering it. I think Anivia is gonna be in this next game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna see a Briar in the jungle.
I certainly hope that we see a Briar in the jungle. That is such fun. What?
Briar is extraordinarily fun to
Yes.
play. Well, both to play with and to play against.
Play against. It's a
Yes.
challenge. That's one of my favorite people to play against when they pop out Briar, and I'm like, yes, I needed to see what I can do against him.
There's a man who likes a challenge.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't help myself when I play Briar. You know, imitating her. She's just so ridiculous.
The primal hunger scream.
Yes. As any of you who have played with me on a Briar will know, I scream as I ult in. It's
Yeah.
too fun.
It was great.
It's a battle cry. It's meant to scare away your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like every champion deserves their own. I'm playing Warwick. I am barking when someone's on low health. I am barking and running very fast at them.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so we are gonna go into the second game of the night where we're going to watch Cake Monster and Toki cast that game, and we're gonna play some Brady Bunch musical chairs here. But as we do so, Dr. Fox, I know we only had time with you for one game. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed casting. I loved your
Absolutely.
cast. Very, very entertaining, both of you.
It was an absolute
Yes.
pleasure. I had a fantastic partner. I could not have asked for a better game 1 to cast either.
Well, thank you so much, and have a good night. If this is you, goodbye.
It is,
Au
but
revoir.
I'll be watching.
All right.
Let's not say
Thank you
let's
so
not say
much.
goodbye. Let's say au revoir.
Dr. Fox, it
Au
was great.
revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
All right. And we played musical chairs without a lot of hubbub with the stream, so that is very good. And so now we're all prepared. We're gonna head into the next lobby soon, but why don't we take a little bit of a break as we set up that lobby, and stay tuned because we will be right back with our next draft in just a few minutes. Thank you all. Two. Hello and welcome back. We are just about ready for game 2. You may have noticed that the musical chair Brady Bunch squares have swapped, and we are going to be seeing Cake Monster and Toki cast game 2 of our season 2 CMSA League of Legends Invitationals for the Ruby League. And Toki and Cake Monster, you're both Ruby League veterans, right? So how long have each of you been playing?
Ooh. This is my, I think, 3rd season.
Nice.
I say this is my third season with CMSA as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're the same inaugural class together.
Yeah.
Cool Kids Unite, you know what it is.
Mm-hmm. And so why don't you talk a little bit about, are there any rivalries that you see, whether they're friendly or just the same roles that have been played that we're seeing tonight that we should call out?
Oh goodness.
I feel like junglers are always competing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters where we see them at, or if we see another jungler, it's immediately like, I need to figure out a way to best you, and I need you to know that I bested you, but I'm not going to say anything to you.
Say something to you, Cake.
Because that would be toxic.
Yeah.
100%. I could say my fiance is a jungler, and sometimes we end up in the same ranked games. Not always on the same side. I'm a support main, and you know, supports, if you're a jungler, supports can really ruin your day. And so it's fun seeing the competitive side come out of a jungler who's faced with, I have a support item, you have a jungle item. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
we are going to get right into the draft here.
What are you doing with your life?
Y'all, I would not be surprised if that J4 was also immediately just gone once again.
Ooh, and first off is Caitlyn.
As far as Kate.
Yeah,
There
and
goes
there's the
J4.
J4. And
There's
there's
no
no
jungler
no
respect.
action this game. No action.
There's respect. Yeah.
And the Ari, yeah.
So far looking the same.
Looking exactly the same, actually. They've got their bands locked in. They're going to run it right back, aren't they? They're going to run it right back. And you know, it makes sense. If it's Fearless, they can't run into that same team comp again. So really, there's almost no reason for them to switch this up.
So if we're going 6 for 6, it would be Ornn here for our last ban.
Let's see. It is the
wow.
Ornn!
There you
They're
go.
just like, absolutely not.
They are copying the homework of themselves.
What do they have against lots of HP? I don't understand. Or masterwork items.
The Amumu.
Oh, the Amumu.
There's
They
that
say
immovable object, once again.
Yeah.
That's the CC.
That's the CC. Now, I think I actually like Amumu a little bit more than Zach, and I might get roasted for saying that, but he's got so much more insta engage potential. He's right up there with J4, I think, in terms of being able to get a fight started. Zach is a good engage, but it just doesn't seem to have that same oomph when it comes to it. I think I actually would have liked an Amumu last game with that team comp a little bit better.
Yeah, and wait, look at the bot lanes here. Smolder, I think always of Milio as the partner for the kindergarten bot lane, and Seraphine makes me think Ashe is coming very soon. I would be extremely scared of that. Nautilus also very good for babysitting Smolder, but I think in terms of having the bot lanes that can really carry the way we saw that the bot lane for We Do Better From Behind go absolutely crazy on Yunara, that might be the way to win in every game.
Ooh, they said we're getting tanks. We're getting tanks. Otherwise,
Well,
they're gonna get banned. Oh, and the
becomes
Kled.
You'll remember the Scion was banned in the second round of bans last game, so it looks like they're not letting that happen again. All right, we thinking that there goes the Shyvana. Now that's a new ban. Zangy not having locked in, they're able to target him a little bit longer.
And I figured that Ashe ban. Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a solid combo.
Now, the Echo is gone.
Ooh.
Still don't want to play against the Echo.
No Echo for Dripper. I learned recently that the Seraphine ult extends if you stand in it, so PSA to everyone.
Oh yeah, if you
Who's
hit
not
allies
support.
or enemies, it extends. It's great.
Stand inside of your Seraphine ult.
Everyone
I
loves
really
to
think-
join the chorus.
And last but not least, so don't let the Akali go through.
He really wanted to give Firefly just a gleam of hope. So interestingly, it looks like you have Yeetus Deletus going for more of a late game comp this time around.
Ooh.
And Nyla, very close range team so far for better from behind.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna do a double mage.
that would be very
that-
interesting to see the
Yeah.
Rylai's on brand and matching and being the ice fire that Ashe would have provided. But no, the Misfortune
so-
ult combo with a Mumu ult is actually a game changer. And I think they're looking for those types of game changer plays that they saw happen in the last
Yeah.
game that they were able to
Jack.
put together.
They did their homework for the last game and said, yeah, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. We're gonna borrow
Right.
those from you.
Instead of a Shen, you have a Kled running your Amumu in right into the MF ult. That will be fun to see.
Oh, Wukong's a good pick. Is this a protect the smolder comp?
I just
Kinda
need your.
feeling
Oh,
that
they're
way.
gonna do it!
He's gonna pull out! He's gonna pull it out!
do it,
He's
you
gonna pull it out!
Lock it in!
Well,
He's
you know the
thinking
crazy
they
thing
can
is,
hard
I think
No!
last game it was almost going to be a Nivea top, right? So maybe
Yeah.
they're still waiting on that. Will we
They're
see
just-
the Nivea top?
You're just screwing with me, you guys. At
Yeah.
this stage, they are
They're playing
just
with your
messing
emotions.
with yours
Playing
truly.
with the emotions.
I do like the Victor lock in there. They're gonna hold him in place while
Yeah.
the Victor and the Smolder blow him up. I think that's a great combination.
Ooh, an Asol.
Ooh, so
Wow. They both have late game threats.
Yeah, late game dragon stackers.
Late game dragon stackers. Late game dragons.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Okay, and with these two team comps, what do we think? Cake Monster, Toki, and Breezy, who and Moens, because I know you're still here, even though you're not on the there's no room on the panel. I think I really like the Amumu Misfortune combo. I think that has yet to be dealt with on blue side here.
yeah, I think the game changers for this game are gonna be the Kled. And how well he plays against this Scion. So
Yeah, I gotta say, guys, it's gonna be Yeetus Deletus for me, because if you look at a team's draft and you look at their color combinations, it just lines up so much better for Yeetus Deletus than it does for any better from behind. And I swear it correlates about 80% of the time. I'm throwing behind enemy Yeetus Deletus on this one.
I think I'm also behind Yeetus Deletus with all of those tanks. Like, even with Misfortune damage, like, it's not going to be a fun time.
Unless
as
they
an MF main
scale it early.
myself.
it's back to that. They're gonna have to get ahead. That they're gonna have to get that MF moving early, and that Asol is gonna have to farm really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I mean, shall we list out the win conditions for each side? I mean, clearly, we've got Smolder, very important. I'm just gonna color in on the stream. Obviously, Smolder, very important. And I'm thinking Victor as the control, kind of as like a secondary win condition here. But of course, when you have these three together in the combo with these two as support, Amumu and Kled as support, I mean, they're not the support, but in terms of an engage around the dragon, I don't see how do you get in if you're Scion versus if you're how do you bring your team in with you? I think that's going to be the real challenge for Scion, is how do I break through in a way that actually makes space for the people around me?
I think you don't. I think you almost don't have to if you play it correctly, because that's a very good point. But you just got to get there first. If they get there first, conversely, how does Seraphine, MF, Kled, like how do they get through a Nautilus, a Victor, control and a Scion?
Yeah,
it's going to be about position in this game. Yeah, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is I think the first team to the dragon will probably get killed by the second team to the dragon.
Interesting.
I think that if it's planned right, let's say Wukong gets to the dragon and his team collabs with him, and that Seraphine and that Amumu and that A Soul ult go through, that MF is going to get ahead real quick.
Is this pre 20 minutes or post?
This is going to be post 20 minutes. I'm thinking third dragon.
Okay. Okay.
Something's gonna happen. That's going to be
Again,
unfortunate for one of these teams.
I think that's a great way of
Okay,
looking at it.
yeah.
They're
I'm
both
gonna
in
be
trouble if
watching.
that smolder gets online, though.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
that's the thing with a smolder. You're playing against the clock, and the clock is not always in your favor.
Same for Aurelion Sol, right? Like, if
Yeah.
he gets, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not.
but given the team comps and the general level of tankiness, I think in this specific matchup, the Smolder is more dangerous to
Mhm.
better from behind than the Asol is to Yeetus Deletus, just in this particular comp.
Mm.
Yeah,
Fair
because
enough.
if that Wukong immediately goes to the back and targets that back line, he's interrupting.
Yep.
He's interrupting in a bad way, and probably getting a killer too.
And so it's really going to come down to if the Amumu needs to save his ult for peel or engage. That's going to be a big question too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we are just about ready to start into the loading screen. So Cake Monster and Toki, thank you so much for casting this upcoming game, and we will see you in a little bit.
All right, let's
Sounds
do it,
good. Yeah,
Toke.
let's go.
Right, just 1 second as the game loads.
There we are.
Ah, yes.
Home sweet home. Oh, is that a ping for a jungle invade? Or are they just trying to get vision? On Yeetus Deletus side. Sorry, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Well, the biggest thing with this is going to be not only where they start in the jungle,
Mhm.
but what they decide to do. If Amumu is starting top, I think the idea with him is going to be to get to that level 4 and then immediately try to make a play bot sides. There's already action that happened in the
Oh,
bot
wow.
side.
Both ADCs pretty chunked.
Pop-Tart's already popping
Yeah.
a heal. Said I need that. I need to get that early.
Always the double ups. Sometimes they're with you, sometimes against. Usually against.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing topside is gonna be these small trades. He plays it right. Scion's gonna be in trouble for a minute because he's
Yeah.
gonna get snarl back.
And gain all that health back because it's so deceiving.
Yeah.
Kled loves to do that. Guess we also have another stack to worry about with Victor and getting his upgrades.
Yeah.
We weren't talking about those.
Oh yeah, because
It's
if
always-
if he gets kills and assists, it gives him 25 on his stacks.
Snarl again. You can't get Snarl back for a little bit. But still, oh, that Conquer. Gonna send Kled back to base. Here we got Wukong coming in for the gank.
Wukong for the first gank.
Oh, it gets Zorella.
Hook. Flash out, ignite down.
Flash and heal on Seraphine down.
Mm-hmm.
They choose to say that quick turnaround second gank, re-gank. Looks like Wukong's gonna go. Yep, here he comes.
Luckily for the Luckily for Zoe, the hook was missed, because if that hook
Yeah.
hit, Zoe was definitely going to be cooked right there.
And a Mumu coming in.
A Momo coming in.
Oh, and he's
about
gonna.
to get the.
Oh,
Is he gonna? Oh, yep.
Oh, and the first blood goes to MF.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get that
everybody's
MF
backing off
photo.
though. Come help
Save
the
the
MF,
MF.
please.
Save the MF. Solid first kill.
Yes.
Like I said, one of the biggest things they're gonna want to do is get that MF moving. The quicker they can get items and things on her.
Yeah. Oh, and there goes the barriers.
Here's the barriers. Amumu's gonna rotate back down. I think he could probably take them both.
Just can he get to the smolder?
Yeah. Doing it.
Flash for the smolder.
Doing a really good job.
Very, very nice movement
to
get out of there.
Nautilus hit every root and hook to keep away.
Oh geez, what happened to Kled?
Kled realized the power of the Scion.
Scion is bullying.
Yeah, and Scion has solid counters for Kled with the kick slow and then the Q up. Outside of Kled being it off a snarl to shotgun back, it doesn't give him any options, so he can lock him in place and just solidify the damage.
It's really funny watching mid lane just kind of stand there at each other menacingly while doing damage.
There's only a 200 gold difference. Well, yeah, 200 gold difference right now, so everybody seems to be moving on pace. 1-to-1.
Looking like Kha'Zix is up on CS against Zangy. Want to keep an eye on the jungles as they are clearing out. Looks like Amumu just warded the dragon. I thought he was already going to go for it.
Yeah.
Like that's an early one.
And it's always one of those things, especially with Amumu. You wanna push, you wanna clear and push to 6, but you also want to be a presence on the field.
Nice
and then playing against the Scion, you're gonna want to be able to have those moments where you can chunk damage out of them.
Oh, and a surprise Zangy. And that
and he's out.
Nice flash.
Yeah. That was interesting. I was thinking the Scion was gonna immediately just ult right there, just to solidify that kill.
I didn't even see that he had hit 6. It looks like Kled is missing on that ult.
Yeah.
And Kled is staying. But Kha'Zix taking this opportunity to grab Dragon while Zangy's up top. So it looks like might lose red buff. But I think that's as a non-jungler, that seems fair.
Yeah.
Seems like a good trade.
if you see him top side and the objective's up, go for the objective.
Oh, and here goes Kled into Scion.
But Wukong coming in on the other side. Yep. Looks like Zangi's sixth sense was tingling.
Now Kled's gonna go and bully Zangy.
Yeah.
Try and get him off of these objectives, but not doing too great a job. And Scion TPing him back in.
Oh, that hook! No.
That always looks like it's gonna miss. Nice double kill down bot.
Nice double kill. Yeah. Right now, Nautilus is going to carry the first part of this game with 2 kills.
And that's honestly what we were saying, is that the Nautilus is going to be what really locks down their targets and gets them advantages.
It gets free dragon stacks, you know. When you can get those dragon stacks early and quick, it just makes the rest of your game go so smooth. Amumu's gonna build looks like full tank. Some Amumus do start and try to build into a
Come Scion.
hit him with the maximum velocity. Amumu
Oh,
in,
nice
Amumu
Amumu
ult.
It looks like not gonna be able to. Maybe might be able to get the Scion. Oh, and Asol goes down to Zangi. Yeah. Kled is trying so hard to get back. Just can't get Snarl.
Biggest problem there was that the Kled was targeting the clone. If he would have targeted the right Wukong, I think that would have changed in his favor. But because he spent all that time killing the clone, because he didn't know which one.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Looks like we got a replay on the bot kill for Seraphine. Nautilus going in with that hook. Oh, the MF ult that just gets interrupted. That always feels real bad.
Yeah.
The flash from Seraphine and just hooked right back in.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing we said you had to watch for is that Nautilus hook. That Nautilus hook is going to cause a lot of disruptions. You'll have to be paying attention to timers on those hooks, or you'll have to bait out the hook before you start doing things, because if you don't, he can either just walk up and root you, or he can hook you, or he can ult you. So then you're only getting maybe 2 to 3 waves of your ult off, and because you're only getting so little damage, you're more likely to have that opposing ADC or a Smolder just sit there.
And Smolder is loving all of these extra stacks. Being able to land the W and the Q without even having to aim. Like already a 3K gold difference. Just about anyway. But hey, they did say they do better from behind.
And they are definitely playing some from behind champions. So
Asol's TP is down. It TP back to mid. Oh, that ult from Victor. Looking like gonna get a solo kill on Asol. Oh, just barely gets out.
Escaped on a hope and a dream. Oh my goodness! And Kled said,
Oh, here, yeah. Putting that field there was nice, but
with the flash out and he survived.
Oh, and the MF ult down bot. We didn't even see. Oh. Can Amumu come and help clean this up? Okay. Got a 1 for 2.
Looks like Wukong is leading kill wise, but the bot lane is doing really well to keep that pressure down. And like I said, they're gonna have that Smolder moving way earlier than later, and that's going to be a problem. I don't know if they'll be able to come back from behind.
Just have to keep watching and see.
All right.
We got a replay of the MF ult.
So what we have here is that MF got pulled.
The Seraphine ult gets everyone in there. That was a great ult.
And then she just drilled, forcing the Smolder to leave.
Just knock up after knock up, though.
Yep. And Amumu coming in to finish things up, so it's not a total kibosh on that.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful from both MF and Seraphine. Those are the ults of dreams. At least for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like MF is going to prioritize on having that ult up as much as possible,
Mhm.
going to lethality MF build.
Oh yeah, already got the Axiom arc.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
typical Smolder with the Essence Reaver. Got to keep your mana going.
Muumu's trying to take this dragon while everybody else is distracted in their lanes.
Yeah.
Zengi doing some counter jungling.
It seems they were in the same position last time too.
Yeah. But you called it third dragon, so we're looking out for the next one.
Uh-huh. And sometimes as a jungler, I sometimes will just let those first 2 dragons fall.
Mhm.
Prioritize on getting to a certain level that I need to get to. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and nice ult.
With the ult, they go in.
It's not going to be able to get it.
Leave it to that one minion to keep the rest of the wave from going in so that they can't keep going in.
And it's always interesting with MF trying to do the double tap. Because if you just keep attacking the same target, it's not as much damage as you could be getting.
Yeah. And you wanna hope that there's at least a minion there. So you can keep rocking that bonus damage. Mumu clearing. About to realize he has no red in 3, 2, and no red. He knew the cost of doing business when it came into this.
Right.
When they came into this. Asol still stacking.
He does have what is it? Sky's Descend.
Mm-hmm.
The one that does the big shockwave.
Yep.
So if there is a big team fight. Oh, they were looking like they were going to go try to get top, but engaging on Asol.
Yep.
It's not going to be able to get out. Kled seeing...
Looks like he got out right there.
Yeah. Kled saw the other 3 coming up and was like, okay, maybe I will leave.
He's like, not today. Not today. Can we get a stack check? Is there any way to get a stack check? Where Smolder's at? 105. 106. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
106 stacks. I think his next jump is 125. And that's when it starts to flare out.
Mm-hmm. We got the Herald on Nidus Deletus.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna be looking to get that first
Probably want a stack check on Asol too.
Yes. Can we get a stack check on Asol as well? 138. Okay. He's not doing bad in the Stardust category.
There's Skarl.
Skarl is back, balancing out the Scion health. Looks like they're planning for some devious activities. This knot might be in trouble. You gotta hit it. Oh no! Oh, there's a slow right there.
Yep, but here comes
here it is. Sky's Descent. Okay. Not down.
Oh.
And keep in mind, that was the first time he died, so some gold has been distributed to the team. We'll say 320.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
much needed.
It is definitely much needed. But a lot committed just for Nautilus, and then Wukong going in and taking out Seraphine so quickly. With the Kled with the TP. But Sion's also here. Well, Asol's back.
There's gonna get a freeze there. Carl's gonna make it so the freeze doesn't matter.
Mumu is getting a little stuck. Oh. Zangy takes down Kha'Zix.
Mm-hmm.
Big fight for one.
Yep, but they're definitely gonna chunk out some of this
tower.
Try
and get this tower, yeah.
Yep.
They got a big wave, and there's Herald. Herald's probably gonna get a second crash in too on that second wave turret. Second tier. My apologies.
Second wave turret. How dare you, sir?
I know. Words are hard. This is why I went in. My career's in math.
And then the bump up.
Oh, that was the Wukong clone.
That was the clone. The
I
man.
didn't even
So good on
tell.
those clones.
Sky's Descent.
Little baby descent.
Little baby one.
Oh, no.
Kled is not going to be able to get
Kled
Scar
is
on.
not getting out of there, yeah.
Seraphine's trying to get out, but this can't get past.
And the dragon.
Oof.
It looks like it has been quite the reversal of fortunes for comeback from behind.
Oh, and they got Misfortune there too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was a Nautilus hook that
Yes.
just got her down. One hook is all it's going to take, and you're stuck.
And there's that third dragon.
Yep.
They cleared out the team, so third dragon could exist for him. Let them get the first two.
Yeah,
You can fight
I
for
was
the
like-
next four.
Who needs the first two?
Yeah. First two are just random stat buffs, you know? The next four are all stacked together. And the last thing you want to give that team is 4 mountains.
Right. We're going to have a very tanky Scion, very tanky Nautilus
Yeah.
that they're just going to have to try and whittle down. MF did finish the Collector, and Smolder, of course, got Black Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to get the top turret. Oh, ulting out.
Ultin out.
Oh, but had Imumu and Misfortune there to help. Mumu going in, MF ult, and the Seraphine ult too.
Oh, it's the clone.
But MF getting that shutdown on Zangy is huge.
Look, that clone is currently working overtime and not getting paid for it. Let me tell you.
It truly is.
I think I'm gonna nickname the clone Bob because Bob is out here tearing it up right now. That is the I believe the third time that the clone duped him and caused them to blow abilities on him. And MF is doing good to knock these ults down. I think third item is going to be really crucial for MF.
Replay, Nick.
Yeah, we got a replay.
So this is right after Kled had ulted out. Amumu Q's in, an ult, which allows an MF ult, and then the Seraphine ult just barely misses Nautilus.
Mm-hmm. But it caused him to get out of place,
And then
which is
Kled
exactly what they needed.
Oh,
Get to the next fight. Oh my goodness, Kled down.
Looked like he got pinched.
Yep. He got pinched in an unfortunate spot right there.
There's just no getting out of there.
Mm-hmm. I think Kled is going to... It's going to be interesting to see what Kled builds towards next.
This was the other thing I was thinking about, was Scion just split pushing and getting towers. So they're already up to the tier 2 tower there. Seraphine ult was not able to save Pop-Tarts though.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Scion getting out of that 3-man.
Can we get a Smolder stat check? Let's see where he's at. 190. Okay. 190 at 22 minutes. Yeah, he's getting close. He's been doing work.
And objective bounties are coming up online.
Can we get an A-Soul stat check too? 220 dust. Okay. Pinky, literally the soup of the day. That is by Gunny. Shout out to everybody in the chat vibing with us. Thank you so much. Looks like clearing mid, trying to get their money up so that they can get these third items. Like I said, third items are going to be really important for them. Amumu decided to go with instead of going full tank, decided to get some damage with Leandri's. It is a very, very Amumu thing to do.
You do not want to be standing next to him. That poor, sad little man.
He just wants to give
Sad
you a
little
hug,
boy.
wrapped in bandages, full of damage.
Aww.
Aww. I thought you'd never pick me.
Looks like we're positioning around here. Oh, Seraphino coming in and Smolder just tearing through
dropping the bomb.
But...
Yep.
Oh, and here's finally the MF.
MF
that was a very nice ult. Gets the Scion. Nautilus just... Oh, jeez. Victor wants this A-Soul, and he is gonna get it.
Yeah.
So, what I would do.
And now that ult is down, it's that is a free dragon.
Free dragon for Yeetus Deletus, stacking up that mountain.
Yep. They're gonna be tied up. They're gonna be tied up at 2 dragons, but they're up almost. They're up almost. Yeah, no, they're up 6K gold officially. A little over.
Yeetus Deletus having the immovable objects this time around. As Breezy was saying.
Pop-Tart's looking to farm to get that run. It's a wild Wukong. Farming to get that IE.
So how do you see Better From Behind getting back from this?
Well, they do have the stacking element of A-Soul. I think that's gonna play a big part. Depending on what Kled and MF build next as their items, as we can see, Kled went Titanic, might be going into a either a cleaver or a Triforce. I feel like Triforce would be good for initial contact, but I think Black Cleaver might be better across the board.
Do a quick replay, Nick.
We got a replay.
So yes. The Seraphino and the Soldier coming in, taking out the back line. The A-Soul doing a lot of damage, and here comes that MF
and
ult.
Here it is. That MF ult was just like, I'm here. I'm here. Please don't forget about me.
Nautilus.
Yep.
And then here they are just chasing down.
Yeah. Victor definitely is. Yeah, Victor definitely upgraded the slow on his E. Otherwise, A-Soul might have got away smooth on that.
So, jeez.
So Smolder is now officially a champion.
He is online. Seraphino coming in with the Smolder coming.
That's the
Nautilus hooked in and just.
If you get hooked, you get cooked. That is the message for today. Any person that Nautilus is hooked in these fights is gone.
And here goes Scion trying to get in. Oh,
another MF ult. Oh my goodness.
Nautilus and Wukong.
Yep.
And they are chasing down Scion. But it looks like he... Oh, nope, Amumu wants him.
Amumu said, no, sir, not today.
Firefly takes him out. And just gonna
Firefly said free stacks? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, and Amumu going for the Baron with Victor and Smolder standing there. Looking like we're going to back off.
Yeah.
Probably
That
a
was-
wise decision.
Absolutely. I think if the Smolder had went the opposite direction, they would have probably
Mhm.
collapsed on the Smolder, got the kill, but one of them would have died in the process because of the Victor. The Victor's been playing really well on his engage and disengage. Getting a Cosmic Drive on Victor is so good because if you hit even a piece of that line, you're moving.
Even though they're the two quote-unquote squishies of their team,
Yeah.
they are going to deal enough damage to you quick enough when you're half health.
So Clay did go with the Black Cleaver. I think looking into, let's see what Amumu's going to build next is going to be important. Might get a Promethean just to have longer sustain in these drawn out fights. Or making the fight last as long as possible is going to be important for Amumu as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cled's just trying to beat him with a stick. Just beat him with a stick.
And I see Black Lily's comment of they've got a good wombo, but building with lethality into 3 armor stackers, it's definitely rough.
Yeah. But they thanks, appreciate you. The MF did pick up the armor pin.
She did.
Which was definitely needed and is going to be needed because they keep getting these mountain souls. It's going to be a problem.
Right. And it looks like we're gearing up for a big fight on this third mountain dragon.
Shout out to Black Lily. She
wow.
my goodness. They said we need him out the game.
Here comes April's ult.
April.
Didn't catch anybody.
Smolder caught one person as well. Wukong said, "I need you."
Really wanted that MF, but here comes another great MF.
Ult. Look at this MF ult. Oh my goodness.
Taking on the Smolder.
MF ult, taking out the Scion. From behind.
Jeez. Yeah.
From behind.
They play better from behind. Looks like Victor's trying to steal and was not able to secure it, but
valiant effort. Yes. Even though it's a 9-kill swing, the gold lead is on the 14 kills.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And they are headed for Baron.
Mm-hmm. That is an optimal option.
Yes.
Nobody can actually nobody can get to it in time, and the one person that's up can't necessarily stop that. May be able to halt it for a couple seconds, but they would die in the process. And you don't want to be off the field. Perfect.
Right. Looks like we're going to look at the dragon fight again.
We got to review the dragon fight. They chunked Nautilus out, and Nautilus has been the big engage for these fights. So getting rid of the Nautilus was definitely key. Not even just the.
You would think they would back off here, but the Amumu just skews in. And then Zangy really wanted that MF. And then the team followed up afterwards, and it just was not able to get it off.
Yep, and Amumu right there to keep him in place.
Keeping Smolder from being able to do any more damage to get those like Elder Dragon executes. Was just very beautifully played.
Yeah, definitely well played. And that's what we were talking about. Those wombos. Those wombos are exactly what you look for. and MF seems to be positioned just right every single time.
Yes.
They got their third dragon, so they're on soul point for that. Plus, they're running Baron right now, so it gives them optimal push. Looks like they're gonna go with a 1-3-1 setup. So Victor's gonna get free push down in the bot lane. Fled's gonna do the thing he's been doing. It isn't even about killing Scion. It is just about annoying him to no end. And look how much damage he did.
Ooh. Smolder getting the Seraphine there, though. It looks like he's going to get MF as well. Just unfortunate. But this is why it's so important to get those stacks. Oh, Aesol cleaning up though, taking Nautilus and Smolder, but a beautiful quadra kill. Oh, I missed the triple.
Oh my goodness! And the shutdown with the ace. The tanks have a little stank on them. It is amazing.
Wow.
And
Great
having a
job,
Scion.
Leadus.
Yes. Good engage, good counter engage, and way to stay with it.
Looks like they're gonna be able to at least get this turret. They should be able to get this inhib as well.
Mm-hmm.
Seraphine ult coming through. Just not gonna get it. Oh. Like I said, with MF ult, they're not even gonna get the inhib turret.
Rippling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like we got
Wukong engages from the side. Gives a little surprise.
Get
Allows
Seraphine.
Smolder to get in there. Yeah.
And then
Flashes back.
Aesol.
Flashes back to try to knock that ult.
Oh, and then the Aesol. Yep.
Yep. And then Aesol's like, nope, I'm going to take you out. You can't stop me.
And then just keeps doing damage. That Kled coming in.
Yep.
Helping secure that triple kill.
And as we get back in, we have a skirmish ready. Everybody's getting in position. This is going to be another team fight. We do have ults down. So they might wait on this ult they might wait on this fight just a little bit.
Yeah. Looks like Kled going in, just being as annoying as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Good little chunk on Seraphine. Seraphine ult is almost back up.
Can I get a stat check on Molder real quick? 349, okay.
Oh, nice little stun.
Turret,
Oof.
the Winions top side. So even if they sit here and fight, the top side is pushing pretty hard.
And Deletus is definitely winning the poke game right now.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to look for a soft spot to go in on. I see the vision. Oh, the flash!
Nautilus Q.
There it is.
Oh, Seraphine. Oh,
everybody's
the
in.
heal gets her out. Here goes Kled and Aesol taking down Nautilus. And now Kled going back into Zangi.
Realizes it's the clone this time.
Amumu was going
Trying
in.
to position for this ult, and there it is.
Oh, and she gets up both Zangi and Scion.
Oh.
But Smolder countered back and got their jungler.
Mm-hmm. They realized the problem topside, so they did not have Seraphine with them as. The MF is officially full build while the Smolder still has one item to go. 2 items to go, technically.
Wow.
Amumu looking for his item as well.
Like they're posturing around Dragon.
It's an important dragon.
Yeah, this is Soul Point.
Yep.
Mumu making his way down mid.
Mm-hmm.
But Kled just pushing up in the top lane, and they don't do anything. Oh, Aesol might be getting caught out with that Nautilus hook.
Yes, it is. Oh.
Oh, it was a great MF with nothing to follow up with.
Yeah.
With Seraphine going to get taken down by Zangi. The Scion, it's a double knock up. Nautilus ult.
Fled off.
Just keep
Snarl
all
down.
of them down.
Yep. Keep them all in the same
Smolder
spot.
Smolder's just going
Oh.
for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be third Mountain Drake down to Yeetus Deletus.
Oof. Oof. That hurts. That hurts my brain
Yeah.
to hear that. Yeah.
Getting even
The
more
game is
tanky.
so intense. Wait, who won the Dragon Quest, right? What is can I get a stat check on ASOL's thank y'all. 479 versus 386.
Jeez. We are stacking.
Mm-hmm. Thing is they do have the benefit of having a Scion is he never stops stacking. As long as he can take out, minions, he's getting health every time.
Mhm.
He's another one of those becomes a problem regardless after a certain amount of time. And he did build a Randuin, so that's why those crits, that ult didn't really affect him as much as he was charging in.
Mm-hmm. We got better from behind posture around Baron.
Ooh, and they're watching Scion go back
Yeah.
because he is on vision.
So I'm going to do a quick replay of that whole fight. We can-
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Ready. We got a replay coming in here. Like I said, Mumu was looking for a soft place to land.
Yeah.
They were going back and forth, trying to posture for position.
And then right here, still looking like Nautilus flashes in, and then just
And all the
ults after ult.
Yeah.
Being able to lock down Nautilus, which stops all of that CC.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mumu going in, MF ult, and Wukong just walking right back into it.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing to note is they're all posturing so that the MF can get off the ult and hit the most people that she can. Cool. Looks like we are backing. Looks like everybody's backing in preparation for what's next. Looks like the two wards in the Baron are still there and active. Mumu's going to continue to farm. Looks like he got an Abyssal Mask. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all, especially if you want to be a tank and get some damage because you just increase the damage output. For the ASOL, really.
Smolder's now full build as well, with 6 items.
Victor's still looking to get his Void Staff.
Mm-hmm. Looking like Soul's going for Banshees, or already has it, and just can't see.
Miss on the ult from Seraphine there. Once again, Nautilus is down.
Nautilus.
Yes.
And that is going right for Baron.
Yep, they pry out that heavy engage.
Looks like they're faking it and trying to catch Wukong off guard, maybe. Oh, but they have vision on Baron. So
No, so they don't know. They're just not gonna go. No. There it is. They realize.
Now they see, and now they're going for it. Oh, they are.
Oh my
This
goodness!
Baron. This is so fast.
That was a 11 second Baron right there.
Everybody gets out.
Mm-hmm. Now Scion did play that smart by pushing that wave up top, so it forces them to at least commit somebody to that spot.
Yeah, and we got 50 seconds until that final dragon gets spawned.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be our next big fight and possibly the decider.
Yeah. Everybody just got seen. Looks like rotating in. Nautilus. Oh no.
Oh.
Seraphine with the flash. Okay.
She's out.
Oh.
It's safe.
She's out. She's out.
Oh, Kled going in though. The Seraphine ult gets Nautilus.
Oh, that's big.
Wukong is on Ace ult. Oh, and that MF ult taking out Nautilus. Oh, and Kled got Scarl back just in time, and MF was able to take out Smolder.
Wukong
Taking
down.
off Sion.
Wukong and Sion down. That is soul for them.
Soul from Better from behind. And that look, they already got Kled and Seraphine pushing. Fighting Victor.
The comeback kids are here.
Probably just one. Yeah, I was gonna say one tap from MF is gonna take that turret.
Mm-hmm.
Victor trying to keep him back. Not much you can do against 4. MF going after the Victor and just deletes him.
Said, not today.
Yeah,
we're not giving you another chance. Oh,
we have Nautilus coming in, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
No, it's not.
No.
Yep, prioritizing that MF ult was amazing. Yeah. I feel like oh my goodness,
what a crazy game.
What a game.
You know, it was so quick too. It just flew by. Just kidding.
I did not notice that it was 45 minutes, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was like 1 minute everything was going one way, and then came from behind, said, "We must live up to our name. It is time."
Yeah. And you know, if you were only looking at the kills, you would think Do Better from behind were behind the entire time. But they had this like sneak lead with all of the damage and kills that were on Who Ate My Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
This is why he's been banned from ADC the entire season. He is showing
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand now.
We talked about it at the beginning of the game that the key to this whole thing, and I got to be honest, guys, I was wrong. You know, my color coding schema, it did not play out the way that I thought that it did, but also the fact that, you know, you have the Sion, you have the Nautilus that both got pretty good early leads. Standing in front of that Smolder, I really thought at 42 minutes that Smolder was going to be able to put it home. I'm so impressed, and it speaks to the excellent positioning of the as you were mentioning during the game of the team to put the MF ult in the right places and exactly where it needed to be every single fight.
And you know, the only fight that they couldn't play correctly, for some reason, I don't know if you all know Yellow Card. There's a place on the corner of Cherry Street. There's a place on the corner of the Dragon Side River that you should never be without your support. If you are the ADC, you need your support. You gotta be like this.
Yeah. And every time they hit that corner and the support wasn't there, people were flying. People were dropping like flies.
But when they came together, I mean, we saw those team fights. They were amazing.
And they started, if you notice, what they started doing is they started prioing taking out Nautilus, because Nautilus was that difference maker in every single team fight. Because he was stopping ults, he was hooking, and he was rooting. It didn't matter how long he lived, as long as he did that one job. I need to stop this ult, I need to get this person in the air, and I need Smolder to keep hitting.
I will say we also did witness something that we identified during the draft, was that there was very little ability of Yeetus Deletus to get to anywhere close to the back line. I remember seeing at least 2 fights where Zhangyi on Wukong would dive in to try to do some damage to the back line, and he'd get through. Then he would all no one else could get there. He was just kind of hung out to dry. And I think that was consistently a problem for them when they would try to do those straight 5v5 team fights. They did much better when they were fighting in the jungle and they were able to pick them off individually and take advantage of the fact that Wukong was so mobile.
And I think, like I said, Bob, aka Wukong's clone, was working double shift.
That's true. That was so funny.
There were so many times when the Wukong would clone, and they would expend so much extra ability, which put all their abilities on cooldown on the clone, just so Wukong could go back in or leave safely.
I think what we learned here is that you mustn't underestimate Bob.
Bob
Bob's got
was
it.
living his life. Like, Bob's got it. I'm about to learn Wukong over the season break.
So Toki and Cake Monster, after watching that game, what takeaway do you have for each team going into this? I mean, this last game, we see Do Better From Behind has already won the series, and yet we're still gonna see this last game be played out because we love to see it. We promised more entertainment for the people, and so we're gonna give it to you. But what do you think they should take going into game 3, each of the teams?
I think Do Better From Behind. I think they're just gonna continue the game plan. I think that what is the other team's name? I keep forgetting it because Do Better From Behind was such a good team name.
Yeah.
Yeetus Deletus.
Yeetus Deletus needs to prioritize the aggression. I think one of the things that they lacked this time around was that the times that they had to take the risk, they would instead back off. And there was a few times in the game where champions were leaving with 50 and under health, and they just could not finish them off.
Yeah.
Even with the smolder, yeah.
And you know what's interesting is that I thought those team comps were honestly very similar. Not even that Aurelion was a stacker and Smolder was a stacker, but it's that you have 2 control mages in the mid. You have 2 team fight late game scalers who you do not want to sit next to if you don't have a billion armor on either side. And both of them were these front to back comps where the objective was engage on the squishy. And so you're right, those dances around the bot side river, they were everything. And I think you're right, Keiki, that Yeetus Deletus's engage just wasn't as strong as the disengage maybe from, or the full commitment to MF on Do Better From Behind.
Because
And perfectly executed.
Yeah.
Well, mostly perfectly executed.
Right. The corner of Cherry Street is gonna haunt me now.
I think I'd like both teams to also what I noticed that both in the last games. I mean, these games have ran pretty long. We've had teams that have gained advantages on each other both in the early game and in the mid game, and they haven't been able to translate that into a quicker finish. And you know, that's something that, you know, I think I would like to see both teams focus a little bit more on, is taking advantage of the times when they get those team fight wins and really pushing a little bit further, seeing what else they can get out of it, and honestly trading. We don't need the team fight. Sometimes you give up the objective and you go trade, and that's something that I haven't seen the teams take advantage of, and it's leading to these sort of drawn out games that basically at 42 minutes it's a coin flip with either of those teams. And so you don't really want to get to that, especially when you have such an early lead like some of these teams are getting.
Yeah, because Yeetus definitely had a solid lead to start, and then they let Come From Behind literally do their namesake.
Yes, exactly. Twice, both games.
Yep, both games they started with a very dominating lead, and instead of being like, you know what, if you're down here, let's 3 of us just push this turret down, or let's just take the risk and stay a little longer even though we're low health. They instead would back and reset.
Yeah, it looks like we're just about ready to get into the draft of the 3rd game of the Invitationals tonight. And so I'm excited. And if you're watching and you're not a part of CMSA, join us. Our link is in the Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the bio. And if you're watching on Twitch, it'll be in those little panels right below. We'd love to have you. This league is open for everyone to join in. You're watching the Ruby League, which represents players, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's high silver to high platinum.
And emeraldish.
An emeraldish.
Emeraldish.
Yeah.
And seriously, why haven't you joined yet? Go now, join.
Right.
Yeah. And look, take it from me. I started as a sub, went from subbing to playing consistently, and then was a captain for this season. And you know, it's just been a fun time. A lot of good people. You get to learn new strategies, play with different people, and learn their strategies. It's a great time. I highly recommend.
And just to note, everyone, this is going to be my last part of the cast. I'm bowing out after this one, so thank you all very much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Breezy.
Shout outs to the amazing Breezy.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Second pitch for coming to play CMSA. It's very fun. Getting some bands coming in, you guys. Looking a little different this time around, or absolutely the same?
It's absolutely the same.
It's
Much
still
the
the same.
same. Firefly still
Wait,
not
wait,
allowed
wait.
to play Ari.
Wait. There's no J4.
Right.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I talked too soon.
Just
My bad.
wanted
Sorry.
to give him
Sorry.
hope.
Sorry. Talked too soon. My fault. That's my fault.
So we are in a fearless draft, and that means that picks are going to get a little bit crazy. I would be very surprised if we did not see the Anivia, the Shyvana lock-in. They are giving.
They wasted no. And
Zangy.
Shyvana Sejuani.
Sejuani.
We've got the Song
is
of
a-
Fire and Ice playing already.
Mhm.
Again
Ice
and again,
Fire.
you have the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. I'm
Right.
loving this jungle matchup between these two junglers.
Well, and yeah, they're bringing back the dragons for this game, right? Like, how many dragons are there left?
That's true.
Come on, don't do this to
Come
me.
on. Come
You
on.
lock
Do
that right
it.
in right now, my
Do
friend.
it. Do it, Pinky. Do it.
Well, Pinky. Well, there's no Thresh. Thresh is banned. Never mind.
Fresh is
Yeah.
banned. You know you want it. Oh my gosh, you
Hover.
guys, they might
Yeah.
actually be doing it.
Covered. This might be a thing. They're talking
They're
about
gonna
it.
change. They're gonna
Talk about
change
it.
it the last
They're gonna
second.
change,
I have a
yeah.
feeling.
They want
I
the
can feel
Freljord Anivia versus Sejuani. Yeah, I kept the Freljord theme. They're just doing this to taunt me. It's okay. I know what's happening right now. The
Ooh,
Akshan
with
lock-in.
Akshan lock-in. That's gonna be.
What
that's
you know
gonna
what
be
else
a
strikes
rough
me
lane.
immediately is, oh, here we go. This is a combo if forming on red team. Not, and even, okay, I'm being debated ultimately. Maybe
I
they're
like the
listening.
Spira and the Nyla into the Leona as well. That melee combo is pretty brutal, but
Oh,
my goodness, Firefly gets his Akali, you guys. Anything's
Firefly
possible.
said, "Let me cook. Let me cook."
And still, Akali being a melee champion means Sejuani has 2 people on the team to give her passive stacks. That is rare for the first 3 champions to already synchronize with Sejuani like that. I'm sure that, and seeing Zoe on Leona, that's a bit of a change from at least the first 2 games we saw Enchantress. And Enchantress meta is over, so we'll see. Maybe
See,
we're
the
not playing
petty
from
in
behind.
me would ban Samira. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they're not gonna
That's what you get for hovering.
But it does leave the Nyla open, which is still a really great pick with this comp, especially with the Sejuani.
Yes.
Let's see.
Do they go for the
They
Nyla
might
here
ban
to close
Nyla
that out?
too.
Yeah, that would be a wise decision, I think, in this case. I am
Yeah.
curious about the Zeri ban on the side of Better from Behind. I don't know really where that fits into the Braum comp.
No, they said no more tanks. Get this Mundo out of here. I mean, it still leaves Scion up, but
Yeah, Sion can't get picked anymore. It's a fearless.
Right.
oh, you're right. Fearless draft.
Now they're pretty much low on tank options.
And good. That's what I have to say.
There
And
it
they're
is.
locking.
Yeah,
There
it
is
is.
the Nyla.
It's
That
like
is a
they're
good-
listening or something.
Oh god. Oh god.
They better not be
Forgot
listening to
it's
me.
still
I'm a
available.
jungler.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just don't like the Corki.
I'm
I
the
don't
same.
like the Corki. I see him work in pro play, and I understand the appeal. But I think in this particular comp, you've already got quite a bit of AP. You want a straight AD. You don't want something that's also picking up mixed damage. They're
Oh, there it is.
No.
There it is
There you
again.
go.
they're
they're
not
gonna
getting
do
me.
it.
They're
Yeti's
not
gonna
getting
do
me
it.
this time.
Yeti's-
They're not
Yeti's
getting
gonna
me
do
this
it.
time.
No. You gotta believe. You gotta believe.
I don't believe it
Breezy
at all.
believe. Breezy believe in the you that
believe
believes
anything
in me
called
that
love.
believe.
But I can't-
I believe it's not gonna
Oh,
happen.
not
Oh
again.
no, yeah.
Yeti, I'm
You're
coming
right.
for you. And Pinky Soup. That is that. I do like they are hearing us talking. We're talking about all these melee and engaged champions, and so of course you're going to pick the king of anti-melee, the Malphite, which is going to kind of lock down whatever other options they might have over there.
Solid, and it's a solid counter.
Solid counter choice. It does make for an interesting team comp. I mean, I can see that the Malphite R would pair well with the Shyvana, And Akshan is just one of those ones where like I just don't know how he team comps into anything. Really, he's kind of weird that way, at least in my
He
mind.
can spin.
Yeah.
He can spin, and that's fun.
He's a spinny boy. That's true.
Mhm.
He's a very spinny boy.
And once again, we're gonna see the importance of walking with your support if you are the ADC on the We Do Better from Behind. Senna not going to be able to do much into Akshan if he gets the 1-2 on her.
Burn.
What an interesting team comp on behalf of We Play Better from Behind. I'm not sure I have much to say on that Ivern pick. I did not see that coming.
That's a Sejuani top
spicy.
Ivern jungle.
Oh, you're right. That is what we're seeing, isn't it?
Debated.
I mean, just let me tell you, as somebody that plays Sejuani pretty frequently, Sejuani top is super fun.
How does
the
she
only
work?
thing that I ever worry
Almost
about
bore.
putting a jungler into the lanes is what do they do with their mana? But you know, when I watch Ruby week to week for the past 8 weeks, I've been thinking you all are so capable of doing what I could only dream of. Thresh in every lane possible, Sejuani in the lanes. I've seen things that really amaze me from game to game.
I'm glad you appreciate Ruby's creativity. You know, we try our best out here in the street.
That's kind of a subtle, not
Not
so
sure if that's an
subtle,
insult or a compliment, my
No,
friend.
Great.
it is. No, it is a compliment. I don't know how it's. I don't want to even say you're getting away with it because you're not being allowed to do it. You are forging a new path every week.
That is something that could be said.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking of what you're going to want to prioritize, what you're going to want to build here. You got a lot of health again on the side of Play Better from Behind, and the Ivern shields are not to be forgotten. So I'm looking at item prioritization here, and I would almost build an early Serpent's Fang if I were Akshan. Just something to pull that Ivern shield down, or they're going to walk away from almost every skirmish with those shields. You don't have a lot of early damage on the side of Aegis Fleetus, except for when the Shyvana is around.
And I think Shyvana is going to be just a menace. I think that with the Braum ult and the Shyvana ult, it's going to keep them in place for something like Malphite, while your two ADCs are just
ping,
just belting away. Plus, you have the Akshan passive, which will bring somebody back, and if the fight takes too long, then you have to deal with the person again. So.
Right, but one of the Ivern's, I think it's his passive or whatever, right? When he lands his root and brings people to him, that's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good source of CC for all involved.
And we can't forget about Daisy. We just can't. Daisy's gonna be there, all jolly. Daisy. Gonna come out, and then in 3 hits, everybody gets knocked up like it's a Cassandra.
Nothing more infuriating, by the way.
No, there is not, because it's this stupid summon that should not do as much damage as it does, and I am consistently frustrated when I get a Daisy coming at me. Luckily, the Ezreal has a lot of appeal for himself, and so does the Akshan. Daisy is going to have a bit of a difficult time getting onto either of them, I think.
Yeah, Senna's going to have to stack well, very well, because Senna's going to have to get moving. It's another one of those conditional games where, you know, if the Senna gets stacking well and they don't take a lot of deaths in the bot lane, and they can manage to fend off that bot lane, because that bot lane is nasty.
Let's do this quick. Who wins early game?
Ooh,
I definitely don't think Senna wins early game. I hate to say.
No.
What about mid game? Does it flip?
You know, as long as Malphite doesn't get onto her, I would say Senna could start seeing it in the mid game, but Ezreal really shines in the mid game. That's the issue, is that Senna feels like she needs the game to go 50 minutes again.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of gap closers, right? So like Senna's got to play really, really careful, and Leona's got to do a really good job of keeping Senna alive. So
and then if you're looking at late game, I gotta give it to the Ezreal and the Shyvana, you guys.
Yeah.
I think by the time you hit late game, I think it flips back over. So this has the potential to be
Absolutely.
another barn burner.
Right.
Yep.
Team
I
Dragon.
think I think they're gonna have to finish. They got to finish these games. They're gonna the whatchamacallit, Ivern's team is gonna have to finish this game in a relatively quick fashion, which isn't usually how Senna works.
It's a top Ivern, by the way.
Oh, it is top Ivern.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
That is wild.
Another Ruby special coming at you right here from
You know it.
CMSA Esports.
Don't
But I
judge it
mean,
until you watch it.
he has the range. He opens up a bush. You can't see him. He can proc that, press the attack pretty quick.
Yeah, Malphite can't alt into a bush. It's known.
But
Mhm.
bot team is Team Foreskin.
Sorry.
True.
What?
True.
Sorry, Mike.
There's four skins. Where'd your brain go? There's 4 skins on the bot team.
And
Where did your
there are
brain go?
5. It's team 5, 4 skin versus 5 skin.
Gunny said foreskin from behind.
Oh. No,
All right.
somebody think of the children.
I think I broke Nick.
I actually was like, what could you possibly even be referring to? Uh-oh, we got a little bit of a game error, so we're gonna wait just a second as we reconnect back into this game. I think Mike broke the game with that comment. Riot Games might have heard.
I believe it. Absolutely. Riot said, hold on, chill.
Okay. Got.
They are being held hostage in the game. Oh, they're in.
I love Cat's social thing. CMSA team, best
in.
general, and the gays.
Kung Pao is in.
While we wait, Quark says hi to everybody.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to be injured. All right, there we go.
Cat said, let me go.
Hi, Cat.
Release me.
Well, it looks like they're starting at least on one screen.
Yep, and we're restarting the load in on my end. Okay, here we go. And thank you, Breezy, for joining us. Thank you, Toki and Cake, for the last cast. Feel free to join us again as we nominate an MVP after this game, but it'll be Mike and me as we get ready for the last game. And thank you all.
Good luck and have fun.
Yeah,
thank you
good
all
luck.
very much. It was a pleasure.
Always a
Happy Pride,
good
y'all.
time.
Pleasure's all mine.
All right, and now we are here, the final game of the Ruby Invitationals. It is game 3. And, you know, Mike, I'm okay staying up for another hour. I just want there to be, I want it to be as close as it was the past 2 games.
Right. Yeah. The last 2 games have been, nail biters the entire time. So hopefully we have, just as exciting of a surprise planned for us here today. Or tonight.
And
this game, I guess. This game.
you know what's crazy is looking at, this Senna also rides a horse. The Leona on the horse, I was like, I thought for sure we were watching Leona, not Rel. Okay, already with the Senna stacks. I imagine that Braum is going to abuse Senna in this lane. That's my imagination about how this game goes, but you never know with bot lane.
That's true, and that was a saucy.
You saw that that Skippy McSkipper may have been practicing Akshan specifically for this. That really was wild.
I didn't think about it. That's a pretty good Akali annoyance.
Yeah, you charge the ult. There's no getting out of it with the Kali Shroud.
Let's see, we got just some back and forth, and Skippy McSkipper really getting in there with the Akali. Goes in on Firefly. Firefly just runs away as Akshan pushes him to his own turret.
Yeah, I knew Akshan beats Akali because of all of the movement. On a ranged champion, Akali really struggles to make that gap close happen. But for it to be this bad already, of Firefly being pushed under turret consistently, Kazik might need to prioritize the mid lane. The ignite comes down from Akshan as Firefly is in extreme danger, but manages to get away back to their turret just in time using that ignite. I mean, using that flash. Wow. Okay.
That Ivern actually holding his... I mean, he's out of mana, but he's actually doing a pretty good job against Malphite there so far.
Yeah, the same problem I was talking about with Sejuani in lane a little bit ago. Ivern definitely struggles with the mana issue, and we may see a little bit of an odd build, as I'm not sure what you build in order to keep your mana up, as you might want to go on hit, Ivern. You might want to go a little bit of mana for your shields. Okay, so you're going in with that E onto Pinky Soup to get the Q onto Dripper. The ignite comes down, and Who It May Pop-Tarts is able to push Dripper all the way back to their turret. Now Pinky Soup's rooted, stuck a little bit. Okay. All right,
So,
Chef Zangi and Kazik meeting in the jungle on this scuttle. Oh, and Chef Zangi does take the scuttle, but now going to have to flash away for his life as the star pushes them into their jungle.
Akshan coming in. No, never mind. Akshan turning around.
It looked like it though, right? That was good mid influence.
The Akali comes in, turret dives, takes a turret shot. Skippy McSkipper just farms and lets him take the damage.
Yeah, already. I think they're hyped up after these past two games. We've seen more skirmishing now than we saw in like the first 10 minutes of either of the past two games.
That's right, and red team. I mean, this Senna and this Leona are being super aggressive towards the Braum and the not Senna. Excuse me. Who's the ADC? It's underneath
Ezreal.
The Ezreal. Duh.
You got it.
I can't see it on the map. It's not real. If an ADC's mini map is covered by the support, does he really exist?
No. And honestly, for the first few minutes of the game, no, either way. Uh-oh. Looks like we just had a little bit of a lag there.
But what I'm saying is that the Senna is being super aggressive and getting a lot of stacks just off of the Braum and the Ezreal alone, which is surprising to me this early in the game.
Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, I have a really good sense of where Senna should be at any given time. My sense is every 6 minutes, you need to at least be getting 20 stacks. That's aggressive. It's a high bar to achieve. Not every ADC Senna will be able to do it unless you're really facing into a melee support that you can abuse, who's trying to get their tribute stacks in the early game. Oh, here we have Malphite going in with the R as he's got 6 first. King Yeti able to get onto the star. The root comes out from the star, and now King Yeti is forced to flash and gets first blood after that rolling boulder hits Ivern. Wow.
Going back to what you were saying, so that means that it being at 5.5 minutes, we should be around 18 or 19 stacks.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 18. Wow. Okay, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, really well done. The 20 stacks is like the baseline of like you're gonna have a good game for support, but for ADC you have more gold, you have an ability to scale like a support doesn't. Oh, Zoe Relibear using their HP very skillfully to get Senna all of that CS so that they could both back together now. That's nice. Unfortunately, it looks like Kazik wanted a gank.
Yeah, and I think didn't really intend to get hit by that Braum passive and stunned.
No.
Which I mean, I guess you never do, but I mean, it looked unexpected there.
Yeah, I mean, Skippy McSkipper uses these pulls very gracefully to get the electrocute off. Here we have Kazik going in for a gank. Lands the E onto Pinky Soup, but fortunately, it's not going to amount to anything there.
Shyvana eyeing mid.
Oh, I see Chef Zangi ulted in mid. And there goes Firefly down to Skippy McSkipper. And that's going to be a plate and maybe even a little more for Skippy McSkipper, as there's a 20 CS gold lead already in that lane. Oh, the ignite comes out from the star. It doesn't look like it's going to kill, but maybe it's a little bit of a flex from the star onto the King Yeti after that solo kill. But now Chef Zangi says, hey, I see Daisy's a little bit in danger. Mind if I step in here, especially after Daisy's down? Now Chef Zangy is in for the gank. And the star looking for potentially a juke on the way out, but Chef Zangy manages to get that kill after the Malphite ult comes down.
Sejuani, seeing that their jungler's top is starting Dragon.
Yeah, easy dragon take here.
Yeah, and that was a prime example, top lane, of, you know, the Malphite knew he was dead. Or excuse me, not Malphite. The Ivern knew he was dead, so he just hid in the bush and tried to kill the Malphite.
Yeah, I mean, Ivern not the burstiest of the champions, and perhaps there's a little bit of a mismatch between the items bought and what we're expecting will happen, because that Doran's Blade makes me think we're gonna go on hit, but it looks like we're about to build a Lost Chapter item, and that would address the mana problems for sure. Oh, looks like Kazik's looking for something here, but he's on a ward. Sippy McSkipper just taking the safe way out.
So hard to gank an Akshan.
Yes, 100%. You need that the rope to be down. Okay, we got a cheeky little ward from the star onto the grubs, and it makes way for Kazik to take the second objective of the game. Oh, but Chef Zangy skipping past his wolves. Let's see. He's going straight for these grubs. He knows something must be up. Well, that's one grub taken by Kazik, and now that's it. Given up, as King Yeti has a little bit of prio. You know, Skippy McSkipper is able to beat out Firefly up here. That's pretty well done. Ooh, we see the Leona ult come down, as well as the Senna W trying to get onto Dripper, but Pinky Soup is in the way. The ult comes down from Pinky Soup, and if the ADCs exchange ults, let's see. It looked like it was going to be a pretty cool exchange. The Ignite comes down onto Who Ate My Pop-Tarts, and Zoe Relibear tries to exchange her health, but is going to fall as Firefly in the mid got ganked right after those grub takes.
Yeah, there was a whole
Two
lot
battles
going on
at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Whole lot of
going cross-eyed.
A friend of mine would say.
Yeah.
I was watching the mid fight, and you were narrating the bot fight. It was really hard to.
So confusing.
There's so much going on.
Okay, we see there's a little bit of a CS gap happen. Ooh, beautiful EWQ from Dripper to push Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. I mean, potentially out of lane, but it looks like they're going to stay for just a little bit more. Okay, the Ignite and ult comes down from Ivern.
That's the Ezreal bullying you were talking about earlier.
100%. Senna, I mean, just doesn't have the tools to lock down Ezreal unless Leona is right there, able to get on. Oh, let's look at this replay of the mid fight that we missed. All right. Here we see, we've got Firefly going into the Shroud, but of course Zangy knows the grubs were just taken. King Yeti also headed down. The ult comes out from Zangy, and that E, it almost looks like they thought that was going to be the end. And the Q, auto Q, is enough to take the life of Firefly. Right back into it. All right. Seems that we're in a more neutral state. We've got 2 minutes until the next dragon comes up, and boy, is there a lot of vision from the red side on the objectives here.
Yeah, red side well behind is still very much in it, as they're playing for late game anyway, right? So this is kind of expected.
Mike, I don't know if you know this, but they do better from behind. They told us so themselves.
They said it.
It's true.
It's all part of the plan.
All right. You see, we've got a nice skirmish going down in the bot lane as Chef Zangy was waiting in the top lane. The ult comes out from Braum. The passive is about to hit onto Zoe Relibear. Looks like Ezreal's going to get a kill here. And okay, Kazik is there. The ult just misses Pinky Soup. As now Dripper is in danger, the E comes out from Sejuani. And then it looks like the all right, wait, Pop-Tarts gets the kill there. As Kazik is able to take 3 turret shots very easily.
It's all part of being a Sejuani.
Yeah, it's in the name of the game, is trading your HP. What I am amazed at, and I don't know Zoe Relibear that well, we've only seen her maybe once or twice, but playing 2 enchanters and then going immediate. Oh, here Akshan going for the dive onto Firefly. I have to interrupt myself for this as wow, the ult from Akali would have killed Skippy McSkipper, but the Akshan bullets come out right in time. Okay, the support annoying the jungler here. Chef Zangi takes that ignite from Zoe Relibear and takes the blue and says, okay, I guess I gotta go. Okay. What I was saying about Leona, sorry, I interrupted myself. But
No.
To be able to understand that you, in the position of a tank support, you are always exchanging your health as though it's currency for damage. And it's not your damage. You have to trust that when you trade your health, that Who Ate My Pop-Tarts is going to be doing damage to the enemies, or at least eventually. And Zoe Relibear, I think, is doing it really well, in spite of the fact that they've been a little targeted in this lane.
Right, yeah. And doing as Leona do with her nerf sword.
Right.
We got Sejuani here. We got 2 junglers that I don't think know each other exist. A gank and a counter gank.
Alright, oh, the Ezreal comes out just after Shyvana breathes, and Chef Zangi looks like they might fall, but no, they're able to get away as Firefly is going to go for the chase, and Who Ate My Pop-Tarts is left alone with Dripper and Pinky Soup on top, as well as Kazik is going to get stunned by that Braum passive as King Yeti TP's down. Not much use out of that TP except for the disengage as Kazik is forced to run away, and Firefly not able to get onto Dripper or Pinky Soup.
No, but Akali's coming back around. Nope. They're just gonna take some turrets and.
Yeah, we've got the Akali ult coming up very soon, and looks like Pinky Soup, after taking that tower shot, is gonna be in a little bit of danger. Uh-oh. Akali thinking perhaps better to not. Okay. Here's a matchup Ivern might want. On to Akshan. The star is chasing Skippy McSkipper. The Daisy autos allow them to take the shutdown as the star gets a beautiful 227 plus 300 gold.
Yeah, I guess that shutdown. As Leona's, prepping. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just a tiny shutdown, is what I was gonna say.
Well, yeah, just a tiny shutdown, but a shutdown nonetheless.
Yeah.
Sejuani's, they're. Oh.
Hey, Firefly
Man,
gets that ult onto Dripper. Oh, and beautifully done. Firefly gets the execute onto both Pinky Soup and Dripper.
Just not a lot of respect coming from that Ezreal and that Braum, right? And red team secures the dragon.
Yeah, we see how one play can change the entire tides of things where, oh, here we go, King Yeti and Chef Zangi using their ults to get a lot of damage onto the star, but will he be able to get away? No. Chef Zangi gets that auto, the Triforce Q onto Ivern for that extra bit of Spellblade damage. But what I think turned it already, back in the favor of We Do Better from behind, as we're seeing they're crawling their way back with these objectives. Skippy McSkipper went up top and just was not able to get the kill that he wanted onto the start. Instead gave him a little bit of attention and gold, which then attracted Chef Zangi back to the top lane. And Firefly said, all right, Kazik and I are going bot. We're gonna get the dragon. We're gonna get a double kill bot, and that'll be it.
Right, another testament to Zorelibear's Leona right here, right? Like, part of Leona's job is to just sit there, as you said, trade HP for whatever resource, right? And in this case, I think kind of lulled the Ezreal and the Braum into a false sense of security.
Right.
Until she's like, I will be hit no more.
Right. Okay. Lands the stun onto Dripper there, gets the E, and the Q is coming out as the star lands that Q onto Braum, not Dripper, but Braum is now the target, and it's, let's see, Who Ate My Pop-Tarts a little bit distracted, but manages to get the ult onto Braum. The tower shot going onto the star is perfect for that dive onto Dripper to get a double kill for Who Ate My Pop-Tarts.
Which, giving red team first turret, and likely Malphite Rift? Oh no, Malphite's not the jungler. Never mind.
Well, we'll have to see, because the Rift is up, like you say, so it'll be all about, I mean, we see blue side has already taken 2 turrets, opening up the complete top side of the map. I don't know what we're... Oh, it looks like we got a replay, so let's in this lull go over to that. All right.
Take a gander.
Oh, here we have the Akshan ult just came on to Akali. And just as we're headed out, oh yeah, that Ezreal ult not able to connect there. Close one.
Yeah, that was...
Okay, and back in live we see Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. Oh, getting killed by that mix of an Akshan ult and Malphite ult, as, you know, Senna not able to walk alone, needed that Zoe Relibear, who's now basically alone as Kazik now forced in between running away and protecting Zoe Relibear, now forced to fight as the star has come in. It looks like they're taking a fight that they maybe should not be, as they're now running away. Chef Zangy being lured into their jungle, now forced to flash away. Wow. Okay, it's a cat and dog chase here, as they're constantly running in and out of their own jungle.
Right. Back and forth. As
okay.
King Yeti tries to run away, Zorella Bear gets kind of knocked out there.
Okay, King Yeti forced to run away here, as the Ivern route will get that shutdown. But, you know, it's a 1-for-1, as Skippy McSkipper has been proving that Akshan is the assassin that perhaps they needed the entire time, who can go invisible and look for something here. Uh-oh. Caught in between the star and Who Ate My Pop-Tarts. Oh, but that Akshan E able to get him just far away enough. Let's see. Senna W comes out, misses. The Sejuani E slows him just enough, and now the E is gonna come out, and that'll be it.
Ooh, it looks like they're gonna try to get the star kill, but Sejuani does a good job of blocking his escape.
100%. All right, there's just 40 seconds until the dragon, and it looks like Kazik is aware, because they're skipping those chickens and heading down to clear the last bits of their jungle to make sure that they have the priority, that even if they lose this dragon, you know, no one wants to give it up at this point, it seems. But just in case, we've at least cleared our jungle, we've got an extra level, all the HP that comes with it.
And Leona has already prepped it, right? So they'll know what's up. But Braum is just a little bit laggy behind, as this fight's likely going to start before he gets there, but
yeah,
could go either way at this point.
We've got ults on everyone except for Braum, pretty much, and Ezreal, so this is going to be the jam-packed team fight, as the star looking to position the dragon, it seems. Nope, just trying to get away, as it's looking like we're going to have a dance. No one is anywhere on the map except for around this dragon.
This is the stuff games are made out of, right? Like, it's 100%. However this fight goes is probably going to turn the game.
Okay, we've got Skippy McSkipper revealing themselves to get a little bit of damage onto the star, and that Braum passive onto Zoe Relibear. Let's see if it can be continued. Doesn't look like it's going to be. Bot lane being pushed out just to add a little bit of pressure, as the dragon is started, but not really sustained by Chef Zangy. Oh, the ult comes out from Skippy McSkipper onto the star, trying to force them away, as Firefly now uses their W, and Chef Zangy goes in with their ult, forcing Ivern to flash away. The Akali ult comes out, and it looks like Chef Zangy is down. And now Kazik forced to engage here to claim their wins and fight their way back to the dragon. The star lands a root as the ult from Sejuani comes out. The ult from Leona comes out as well. King Yeti looking a bit in danger as he's a bit out of position. Now, health is low on the red side, but they are able to push forward onto Pinky Soup as well. And now, only the damage dealers are left on blue side, as Skippy McSkipper and Dripper do not face this, you know, some low health players, but Senna's got a lot of healing already.
And that, hey, that just about evens it up for red team, right? Like, they play well from behind.
Yeah, and with Soul Point too. They know what they're doing in this game. They're clutching it at exactly the right moments. The Star against Skippy in that top lane fight that allowed for Firefly to head down bot and for Kazik to take the second dragon. And now with this, they've got Soul Point within reach. Oh, here's Skippy my Skipper. This is the exact thing I was worried about for Senna's sake, and it's an easy kill. It's too easy. So Senna really needs to stay by Leona's side, or else Akshan is going to hunt her down every single time.
Yeah, Leona.
Replay that last fight.
All right, let's see a replay of that last fight. All right. Here we have the flash away from Ivern as Chef Zangy manages to get a little bit of control here, but just a little bit out of position, not respecting Firefly's damage maybe, as, you know, once Red Side took that, it's all steam ahead as Daisy gets a cute little knock-up and the Sejuani ult comes down to Pinky Soup. Then it's Big Yeti's pretty much done for, right? And once you have only one tank left, Pinky Soup just gives their health up. All right, let's head back to live as we've got some posturing around the Baron.
Yeah, people want to make it happen. Akshan is bot lane. This would be an opportune time for red team to take it, but I don't know if they can do it in time.
Right, especially the mid laners, neither of them have TP, so it's a bit worrisome when they are the ones who are in the far lane from the objective.
Yep. Yeah, maybe they're not posturing for Baron.
No, just posturing for vision, it seems, which important. Especially,
Also
we haven't
important.
seen early takes of the Baron in any of these games.
It's true. Yeah, they're relatively conservative with their Baron takeage.
Right. Okay, Firefly looking at Chef Zangy, hoping for a repeat of that last fight, but he is alone, as now there are 4 members of the blue team. Firefly forced to ult away as the Ezreal ult and the Akshan ult come out, and Pinky Soup actually gets the kill with that ignite. Now red team able to engage after seeing all of the ults and damage come out from blue side. Chef Zangy able to get a kill onto Zoe Relibear as she ventures just a bit too far away. Kazik now 1v1ing King Yeti, but the rest of King Yeti's team is here as Dripper comes back. All right, now the Star going for their 1v4. Okay, just a little bit of a coordination mismatch here. But Chef Zangy actually so close to falling, and wait, my Pop-Tarts does get the execute there.
I gotta tell you, I did not expect red team to win that engage.
No, I mean, they didn't. To be fair, it seems it's.
I guess it was 1 for 1. Yeah. I meant the last. Yeah, never mind.
Right, the last part of it. I'm in such agreement with you, Mike, that when I saw the Star there, he saw something that actually may have redeemed that interaction for his team.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the replay there, so we know exactly what happened. All right. Okay, we see the Malphite will come out as Who Ate My Pop-Tarts flashes away.
Comes back around, then there's when he comes back.
Yeah, I guess just a complete understanding from the Star that they did not have anything, and Akshan was nowhere to be found, so just free to re-engage. All right, and back to live. Here we've got 1 minute until potential soul for We Do Better from behind. And you know what? Maybe they do worse from ahead. Who knows? We will have to see when that happens, if there is a last dragon take, a soul take here. Looks like there's gonna be another 5v5 as both teams are ready. Blue side has a bit more control around the all-important ridge that separates red side from the dragon pit. Okay, just a little bit of poke happening, but it's a lot of damage as Akshan has 2 full items already. Okay.
Yeah, they're just playing a little bit of cat and mouse right here, right? Braum poking with the Q, Senna healing him up after he gets poked.
And it's been a full minute of this posturing as King Yeti goes in onto Firefly, and Firefly forced to ult and then E away, and now the Braum ult comes out, the Senna ult to follow, as Chef Zangy is the first to fall here. So Relibear will soon be down next. We're going for the tanks and bruisers first. Kazik is able to get a lot of damage, and Pinky Soup is forced to flash away. And King Yeti backing in that secret bush, but Dripper gets caught by that Ivern Q. And, you know, it's Soul. Guaranteed now for We Do Better from behind.
Yeah, it is Soul for them, and I gotta tell you, I thought that a bunch of people were gonna die before Dripper did, and none of them did. And Dripper unfortunately got the last root and death because of it.
No, you're right. There's a lot of great coordination on the part of We Do Better from behind with their health bars, being able to stagger the damage that's coming out. Okay, so Relibear offering a little bit of her health for all of Pinky Soup's, or near all.
But unfortunately, We Do Better from behind is almost ahead.
Yeah,
and unfortunately
almost.
for them, that might mean bad things if their namesake holds true.
Okay, the Star able to do a little bit of resistance to King Yeti jumping into their jungle. Who ate my Pop-Tarts? In a dangerous position, barriers, but is still shut down by Akshan. That is really dangerous, as now Kazik, Firefly, and the Star are looking for this 3v4 onto the blue side here, as the Star is the first one to fall from that Malphite E. And will he fall? The King Yeti will fall to Kazik. And now, all right, so Relibear's here, but so is Chef Zangy. It's still a 4v3, and the Baron is up. Looks like blue team is more interested in a siege.
Akshan's just pumping out the damage.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he has quite a sizable damage lead by the end of this game.
When he punches you, it hurts and you feel it.
Right. And with these new Immortal Path being a drain tank, it says drain tank, but really that's for mid lane fighters and for some of the ADC fighters. That is really not for the drain tanks. They're those Omnivamp boots, and they're going to continue to ramp up throughout this game and make Akshan really hard to burst down, if that was possible to begin with.
Right. If you can catch him.
Right. Okay, about 30 minutes into this game, and it's pretty even.
Pretty even, and except for the Soul, right? There's nary a dragon on the blue side.
And there won't be, as we have just 3 minutes until the Elder Drake comes to life on the Rift. And that spells danger, as if it holds true. Oh, who ate my Pop-Tarts? Alone in the mid lane, forced to flash and E away, as King Yeti lands the ult onto them. They get the shield onto themselves with their own ult, but Chef Zangy's gonna take the kill there, as blue team is outnumbering red side here 5-3, as Ivern is trying to make their way up, but Chef Zangy, desperately hanging on, falls to Kazik, but now Firefly and Kazik are in danger. Uh-oh. They're forced away back to their turrets. As you know, there's no jungler to take the Baron for Yeetus Deletus, but that will be potentially a great siege, as Dripper and Pinky Soup looking for something here. Going to face the wrath of the Star and Kazik. Skipper McSkipper goes on to Kazik. With the Lord Doms, will he be able to do it? No. Tries to 1v1 the Sejuani and fails, as the Star is 1v2ing the Malphite and Ezreal successfully. This Ivern build with Malignance, Rylai's.
I was just about to compliment. Like, I know his AP scaling is really good on the shield. I didn't know it was so good on the damage.
Yes, and I'm not sure what Faded Ashes and Recurve Bow builds into together, and I'm being maybe a little silly even suggesting, but whatever it is that the Star is doing here, it is working, as that was key to getting what could be, I mean, I know we're setting up vision near the Baron, but the Elder Soul is in just a minute and a half about, so.
So what would Malignance proc on?
The Daisy autos and the Daisy ability.
Whenever she autos, it's going to proc
I would think so. I haven't
malignant
seen it, but you know what it does do is reduce the cooldown of Daisy.
That is true. Yes.
All important, as I'm not sure if the Star has been involved in a team fight without Daisy so far. So maybe I should start saying that it's actually 6v5 when they're fighting at this next dragon, as Daisy is a very important member of that team. Okay,
Someone called out in the chat that.
Let's go ahead.
Okay, someone called out the chat that he's had recurve bow since after Malignance. I think he just has it for easier PTA procs.
I see, just for the attack speed. Okay, we've got a replay here of that fight mid, it looks like, and we're ready. Okay, Senna forced to flash away, but Malphite was actually on the other side, and so was Chef Zangy. That's what we didn't catch. But with that, it looks like a lot of their damage coming out from Senna was just completely nullified.
King Yeti chasing Firefly away from the dragon. As this is going to be a pretty beefy fight for Elder Drake.
All right, and back to life. You're right. It's just 10 seconds left until the Elder is on the field, and blue team looks like they're getting pushed into that tri-bush. Oh, a beautiful 3-man ult from Zangy as Firefly is forced to Zanya's, and it looks like they're going to fall immediately afterwards. They do not. They fall to the Octon afterwards, but the King Yeti and Chef Zangy are down as Skippy McSkipper, Dripper, and Pinky Soup are forced to run away. Daisy able to get a double knock up there, and now Dripper is alone, forced to flee entirely. Is this the Elder Soul, or do they continue to siege? They do not have the minions to do so, bot, so it looks like we do better from...
They're just going to tank it? I guess with backdoor protection? Okay.
I don't want to say they're not going to do that, but they are not going to do that.
You know, he tanked it and looked like they took a
They were thinking about it for a second, but you know, calmer, cooler heads prevail, and the Elder is the new target for We Do Better From Behind. We do see in the chat a surrender vote failed for the blue team. We're not doing that.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. That's not.
It is looking dire. It's not out of the realm of possibility that we see blue team come back from this. But what they will need to do is turtle.
They're still in this. They just got to be careful, right? Ward up, get some vision. What's the vision score here? We got... Yeah. Leona's winning the vision game this game.
And we've got 120 stacks on Senna. It's not the most, but, you know, once you're past 100, you have 100 more range. That is extremely powerful on Senna, especially with that Hex Optics. You're doing more and more damage from range, forcing King Yeti to always ult you, forcing Chef Zangy to always include you in the ult. So who ate my Pop-Tarts? Potentially the hinge to keep the Elder proc on this team. Not to mention Kha'Zix's massive damage.
But of all the teams to have it against, right? Like Senna, like while she has the extra range, there's a lot of gap closers there. You've got Malphite ult, you've got Shyvana ult, you've got Akshan's E, you got Ezreal's E, right? Like,
yeah,
there's a lot that can close that gap and change your mind about what is long distance really, really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm. And the Octon W, you'll never see Senna. You'll never be able to see them. Oh, the Kha'Zix ult onto Chef Zangy, as now it looks like it's a collapse onto this top lane turret. Chef Zangy falls to Who Ate My Pop-Tarts Elder Soul, and giving up their flash. This might spell the beginning of the end, as it looks like it's going to be a free Baron as well. Elder leads to Baron, leads back into more turrets for this team, and that top tier 2 is going to fall as well.
Right, but depending on how long it takes them to do this, Malphite may get a turret, maybe 2 bot lane. Depending on how long blue team can distract them at Baron, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to at all. As they decide to reset.
Okay, we see that one turret taken by King Yeti. We're taking the wins where we can get them, as that gold is going to be uber important to stop this push from happening.
That's right. And yeah, the gold lead is starting to get a little bit more spread out, but again, blue team is still very much in this. They just need one lucky team fight to bring it back to even.
Okay, so Relibear sees Skippy McSkipper and goes for a strike there with their ult, but it looks like with all members of the blue team ready and with Firefly in the distance, we're not willing to make that risk happen.
And that Sejuani and Zorella are just doing a really good job of being a front line and protecting their damage dealers.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. See the Star able to push the King Yeti away as, oh, the Star is in danger. Skippy McSkipper and the King Yeti are able to get the ult there, but Chef Zangi's ult comes out as well. Nothing gained from it except for the little bit of distraction that was necessary for King Yeti and Skippy McSkipper to get the kill onto the Star.
Right, and that may just be the lead they need depending on how red team plays this out.
Yeah, so there is notably a lot of trepidation surrounding sieging this mid turret. Doing it ARAM, you know, probably not going to be the winning play for We Do Better from behind. They're going to end up extending the game. But what we could do, we have TPs. Both sides have TPs, and you saw the Malphite pushing that top tier, or that bot tier 2 turret. Uh-oh. Here we have Kazik able to get behind Pinky Soup, forcing the flash out and the Ezreal E to get away. Well done.
That was a very good escape. Expertly, they're artful dodgers.
Right. Okay. And let's take a look. It looks like the CS leads do not matter anymore, as the gold is closer than it's been for a large majority of the game, and the game is very volatile in this state, as there is a Baron buff, and Firefly is using that to try to put a lot of damage onto Chef Zangi here. Able to use their R to get back on as a fight breaks out mid lane, and King Yeti is the subject of a lot of this attack. Okay, Firefly gets that kill onto Chef Zangi using the last part of their ult, as Kazik is looking desperately for another play here to solidify their win. Gets the stuns onto Pinky Soup, and that is the end of Pinky Soup. It's 2 members down for 40 more seconds, and it's a 5v3 as Akali's pushing in the top lane. Okay, here we go. King Yeti taking a lot of damage. The Star is the first one to fall out of this new engage. Okay, the Star goes down, but now Who Ate My Pop-Tarts is under heavy turret fire. That's potentially one more would have been the end, as Kazik is able to get onto Dripper. And Dripper is able to make it back safely, but he is the last member alive, and 20 seconds separate his team from getting there. It looks like this may be the end.
That's 2 turrets and 2 inhibs, and it really depends on how much Ezreal can do, which I don't think is going to be enough, unfortunately, as red team destroys turret 1 at the Nexus, turret 2 at the Nexus. They're wailing away at it. See, will this be the end? It appears that it is.
Yeah, and a perfect 3-0 for We Do Better from behind. Very well done. And, you know, 40 minutes, it's no quick one, but it did do what it needed to do there.
And
all right.
True to their names, true to their namesake, I believe every single game they were better from behind.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And hello, Cake Monster and Toki. We are back. What did you all think? What did you both think of that game? It was definitely similar in terms of the explosiveness, right?
It definitely was. And the Ivern just continued to surprise me every time.
Yes, I would be surprised by it as well. And so, you know, we have a task ahead of us. It's our last task of the night.
The last task of the night.
We saw one team take all 3 games, and it's up to us to come up with a series MVP that we might invite on stream for a little thank you and good night.
I don't know
Ooh.
about the other two games, but for this game, I vote Leona. I think it was either Leona or Kazik.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like consistently across the board, I feel like Zarella really hit the mark for support. I think from the other end, I did really enjoy Zangi's jungle picks and plays. If we're picking somebody specifically, I would be between those two.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the team that won all 3 games has retired. These were some really long games, and so
They were
I don't
very long
blame
games.
them for having gone to bed already if they have.
Well, they're here in
So-
spirit.
My vote would be for Zoe Relibear. Enchantress, very well done, and then a tank support. I might be biased as a support main, but I saw really
maybe
goated plays.
a little bit.
Same. Agreed.
I second that emotion.
Yeah.
Although I do want to talk. I think an honorable mention would be the Ivern top lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected, surprised us all, and kind of kicked ass.
Yeah. A lot of us, I think, we're looking at that and saying, like, game 3, it's okay to do a little trolling as a treat, but that was not trolling. That was real.
Yeah,
Full fake.
played it very well.
Oh, I see in the chat, Zane Zephyr says Kazik also didn't die in 2 out of 3 games.
3 games.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh wow, that is
Yes,
weird.
with the Zach. Oh my goodness. It was something to watch.
Yeah, just a note to people in Ruby and Pearl: you never let Kazik play Zach ever.
Yeah,
Never.
ever.
I'm surprised I didn't buy Majai's that first game because I was getting PTSD from the one time I let him through like a couple seasons ago. And he had a 25 stack Majai's and he was destroying us.
Yeah, he's a menace. I know if I'm playing against him. Yep, he's got to go. I don't care when. I said we got to ban him in the first rotation. Got to get Zach out of here.
Yep.
All right, I saw Zoe Relibear in chat also say, too shy to come on stream. Well, thank you. Zoe Relibear, you're, at least in our votes, the MVP of the series. Yeah. So congratulations on the win. Congratulations to We Do Better From Behind. And
yeah,
I want to say thank you and great work to all of my co-hosts tonight, Moens, Cake Monster, Toki, Breezy, and Dr. Fox, who have already retired.
And if you're not a member, if you're not signed up yet, if you're thinking about it, do it. The link's in the chat or in the description.
Just do it. All right.
That's right.
Any last words before we sign off?
Guys, remember to stay positive, uplift each other. For those of you playing, even though you take losses, just reflect from them. That's what makes this invitational great. That's what makes CMSA great, is not only the wins, but making sure that we reinforce the positives that we did in the losses. And I'm proud of every single person that came out. Casters, casters and players alike.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, both teams played great.
And if you liked what you saw tonight, join us next week. We still got one more invitational where we'll be watching the Topaz teams, the cream of the crop, supposedly. But so they would say, and so we'll see next week in the Topaz.
They don't even do Thresh Top.
They don't do Thresh Top, but maybe after we said this, they will. So thank you, and
we may have inspired people.
Yeah, you inspired
you
me.
Changed the world in a small way.
I'll say that.
And play an Nivea.
And I played a Nivea top actually because of Ruby. And with that, we will all sign off and say good night. Thank you for watching.